there you are. We're recording.
We're back. We missed everybody. We missed last month's Call of Cthulhu because we were digging out of a Canadian snowstorm. But I'm so happy to be back.
Great. Oh, and if you all just jump in there too, this is Queer Questing. This is Call of Cthulhu. Jaden is our keeper. They run a very scary game. And we'll be putting this on the RPG Alliance YouTube after we're done. So take it away, Jaden. And Happy New Year.
Hi, welcome everybody. I'm here to, I guess terrify you. I I was kind of thinking the game wasn't frightening enough, so But if you think it's frightening, that works for me. Anyway,
is there a risk you're going to be making it more frightening?
Well, that's the thing. I'm not sure what I'd be doing to it to make it more frightening. But anyway, let's start with an introduction of characters from Dr. Irving.
Dr. Irving. Dr. Irving. Dr. Irving is the older, steadier hand of this wild and crazy crew. At least she thinks she is. She is a physician who had to leave Chicago because of distant connections with the mob and distant cousin connection to the mobster. What was his name again?
Al Capone.
Al Capone. That's it. Anyway, she ended up in Boston.
Talk about being old and your memory going there, eh, Dr. J?
No. I know. Anyway, she is, but she doesn't mind getting into a bit of a brawl and likes her trusty shotgun. Doesn't, and I don't know, gets really worried that one of these days these guys are just going to use her as bait for spiders.
We've done that.
I know. That's Dr.
You
J.
give them time. They can do it again.
New fear and luck.
Well, we can find something else.
Okay, that's me.
Excellent. All right, Reed. Reed.
Sorry, my mouse is. I have a mouse and it's bad. Expect a lot of double clicking. Hello. I am playing Reed, who originally started off as was going to be a very useful photojournalist with journalistic knowledge, but then ended up turning into me. They were going to be a useful character, and then you chucked in NPCs that were women, so that went downhill very fast. So Reed has turned into an absolutely stupid the girl that just falls for anyone that will look at her. That's Reed.
But we all love her.
Thank you. I'm glad you do. She's good for comedic effect. All right.
Aren't we all?
Accurate.
You guys have a few scrapes.
Maybe. Yeah, that's Reed. Woo!
Excellent. Let's have Tony.
He's off with his rope.
Tony. Andrea.
He's found better friends.
A.K. Andrea.
Can't hear Tony.
Andrea.
Earth calling Tony.
Come in, Tony.
Tours of
You're breaking up.
Test.
We heard the test.
Oh boy.
Oh,
okay. All right. Well, I'll do my intro and then I'll see if I can find a better connection point. If you can hear me still.
Yep, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now we.
So Okay, fair enough. Conditional statement. Tony is the quietest part of this circus. He was told to speak quietly and carry a large stick, although he prefers to use that stick to knock out of reach library books off of archive shelves, because he would rather just observe and learn about the world around him and see how he can contribute that way more so. He's seen some weird shit and it's starting to get to his brain, but he's trying to be as useful and helpful as he can. And mostly just keep up with the jet-fueled party members.
Excellent. Sugar Joe.
Oh, that's me. I don't like that they did a podcast about me, Sugar Joe, Joe Carstairs, called Bad Gays. First of all, I was not bad. I was just very rich, and I gave lots of people
Just dream that way.
Yeah.
And I do admit that I did some big game hunting, which I regret now in my new incarnation. And I can't help it. I have a thing for movie stars or starlets or whatever. I mean, who wouldn't have a thing for Marlena Dietrich? Come on, she's gorgeous. But yeah, Sugar Joe is kind of seems to be the money bags for this group, the funder, and not sure if not sure if the well is starting to run dry or not. But anyway, heiress to this Standard Oil fortune, looking to kick some KKK butt today. Righteous fighter for equality. Blah blah blah. That's Sugar Joe.
Excellent. And last but not least, Mabel.
Mabel. Well, yes, the truth comes out. So Mabel was a down on the farm kind of gal who came to the lights of the big city for excitement, to find a fabulous job as a secretary or something and wear flared trousers and a suit or that kind of thing. And then just to be rescued from being a secretary, met all these great, great characters and has been on adventures. So, yeah, Mabel's no longer an on the farm girl because she's managed to get all the manure from under her fingernails. Now she kind of feels like, a hip gal of the 30s, like just 20s. And it's just like a girl of the age, just adventurous, take no shit, spend Joe's money. That's Mabel.
Women are expensive.
Well, they are.
I have a story to tell, if you don't mind, Jaden. Over the Christmas halls, we went and visited my family, and so as all of you know, my mom passed away this year, so we all kind of got together, and one of the things.
Oh my God, this was painful and traumatic.
One of the things.
Not your mom passing. The whole conversation you're about to describe.
So anyway, we have. So one of the things, we grew up Catholic. So one of the things we always had was this. What is what do you call it? We call it in French crèche.
A nativity scene.
Nativity scene. And it, went back beyond my childhood, right? I think when we looked at the figures, like they go to the 1960s. I think my parents bought this. So I always put it up.
They go back to the dark ages and the devil.
And I said, I wouldn't mind even just one, like a cow, right? Anyway, but so a couple of us were talking about it, and so what we decided to do was that we would each take a turn.
4 hours later, you decided to do this. It took a long time.
What did you say afterwards to me? The fact that it said, what is it, 30 years or no?
I managed to go 58 years without having this in the house.
A nativity scene in the house. And I looked at her and I said, but you play such a great religious character in Call of Cthulhu. I mean, you it so well.
You really
I mean, I want to
do.
wake up next to Mary.
You really do, though. Blue
Play
Witch,
it
you
really
play an
well.
evangelical Christian like nobody I've ever seen or heard. Honestly, if I was going to give out an award for last year's best performance in this game, it's Mabel trying to infiltrate these KKK Christian Protestant churches that we're dealing with now.
Gang.
Honestly, best
Yeah.
performance. I mean, honestly, you win. You win. 2024's best
I know.
performance in a Call of Cthulhu game. For sure.
Doesn't mean I want a nativity scene.
Maybe might.
So which piece did you guys actually get? Did you
So
All
I
of it.
got the,
what? You got all of it?
got all of it.
What?
Well,
So
you can
we-
just
we're
make it your
rotating,
own.
right?
Cow shopping.
Put a
we're
tiny
rotating.
disco ball in there, you know.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
should
No, but-
totally gay it up. Yeah, gay it up.
Yeah.
Well, we're actually we have a horror section to our little Christmas village, so
There you
put it
go.
in there.
That's appropriate. Jesus is a zombie, so.
Yeah.
Well,
Doesn't
oh,
die.
oh no, I could have
Yo,
sworn
you-
that Jesus was technically a lich, but details.
Ooh, fair, fair.
No, wait, we got plans. Respectful plans because it is my mom's nativity, but we have plans.
Okay.
We're gonna set up maybe like a little stop motion thing with the three
Taylor, three men,
kings.
three wise men.
the three wise men kind of slowly making their way
It'll
across
just be
the
the
floor.
three drunk men.
You guys should make those guys like the three village people men. Or something.
Oh,
And
yes.
paint little Speedos on them or something.
They're
You can have
technically
a
not
sheep.
in the nativity yet. They're not in the barn, so that could be your own area.
So fire
Now I feel like
island
another
guys.
person who understands the concept of nativity.
Oh, I always hid the baby Jesus. I never let my family put it in before Christmas. I was like, you guys, this is not how it works.
This is not how it works. There are rules.
It's not
Exactly.
the order.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Just make it gay Jesus.
All right.
Gay baby Jesus.
Oh.
Non-binary
though.
baby Jesus.
I'm going to tell you one little story and then we can move on. But it's just that her mother I missed all this. She kept talking about a creche. And to me, a creche is like kindergarten. What the fuck
Yes,
are you talking about?
yeah.
A creche.
Yeah.
It's where kids go in when you don't want to have them around you. And she talked and talked and talked. Anyway, how happy she was with this new creche she got. And we walked in and I saw this creche nativity. And I'm like, it looks like Jesus in Miami. It was all pink and fluorescent.
No, this is you have to
And
understand.
Marie hit me.
Is there any gators involved?
Blue is standing beside me. I'm sitting.
I missed.
Right,
I didn't know that's what you.
my mom is
she was
sitting
talking
next
about.
to me, or standing next to me, and
Yeah.
and this comes out, Miss No Filter. It comes out of her mouth, and I just my hand goes out and whacks her. Right? So I'm like, oh God!
That's what we'll have to do. That'll be our gay nativity scene.
Looks like Jesus is in Miami. I thought, oh, you did not just say that in front of my mother.
Well, in fairness, there's a large Hispanic population there, and I mean Catholicism is big, so
True.
Yeah, why wouldn't he make a little appearance every now and then? He deserves a vacation.
Well loved. Anywho, there we go.
That's a good story.
Sorry.
Radio.
No.
Anyway, when we last left off, yeah,
Yes.
Joe, Dr. Irving, and Reed were sneaking around the main house, trying to find information about Carl, who they suspect of being Anne.
Yeah.
Whoa, I forgot that.
Meanwhile,
You're a robot
Yeah,
man in disguise.
meanwhile, Tony decided to go and take a peek at Carl themselves, and I forgot exactly what Mabel was doing, but plus they were talking to Mary Hart David. And that's where we begin today. So, what would y'all like to do?
We know the KKK's coming to hit the farm tonight. The farm is called
Yes.
Heaven. And this is where, what's the name of the Reverend God that were the dude that's running this whole cult?
Father Divine.
Father Divine.
Yeah.
There you go. These are his people. So did we warn them already that
And-
KKK was coming? I think we already warned
Yeah.
them, right?
Yeah.
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 They
They,
I
Yeah,
they,
forgot
they,
that it was
yeah.
a different group.
nope. We warned these guys, and they said they wouldn't. They just were going to just ignore it.
Yeah.
Well, not ignore it. They what they usually do is the lighter complected folks make
Right.
a human shield and basically just have a pray in.
Oh, that's right. They're pacifists. Gosh, that's right. And I thought
Yeah.
we brought like my car that has all my guns and shit in the boot, ready to fight. And they were like, "Well, we don't really fight them." And we're like, "What? You don't want to fight them?" So now it's like, wow, what are we gonna do? Keep looking for Anne Hewitt Cooper, I guess.
Yeah, and I
Well,
don't
they
think.
also asked you to humbly, if you are going to do something, don't do it here.
Yeah,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
which brought the adrenaline level a
Not
little
to
bit
make it
down.
worse for them.
Yeah, yeah. Which I get. It
We're
makes
good
sense.
at making it worse.
We
Yeah,
do
that
tend
is
to
a
make
good
it worse.
expertise of ours. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very good at that.
yeah.
So I don't think we found much, did we, when we were doing searching in the main house? I think we searched
Well, you went to the
here.
basement.
Right.
You found a lot of preserves in the basement.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Um,
right. We got some pickled carrots.
yes, you did. And pickled everything else.
Mm.
Then you checked out the office, which is over here.
Right.
At least I
Right.
think
Right. Right.
that's over there.
Mm.
Because I was going to say it was number 4, but number 4 is looking suspiciously like a bathroom, so I don't think there's any information to really find there.
Yeah.
But yes, what you found in the office was that Carl came around the same time that your information says that Anne would have been coming.
Right. Okay.
Hmm.
Thus supporting your thoughts that Carl might indeed be Anne.
Yeah, because
Whoa.
no one remembers an Anne, right? We asked a couple people, no one
That's
remembers
right.
her.
Nope.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Carl
Nope.
came.
Yep. Nobody
Yeah.
remembers an Anne. Anybody you showed a picture to has no recollection of that particular person. Although Mary and maybe one other person who's been with Father Divine in Long Island might remember her, but says that she never ended up here.
Mm.
So she
So
may not be
that's
here.
what you got.
Yeah. So I maybe that because so we've got so Reed and Sugar Joe are with me in the big house. So I'm gonna say I think maybe let's go outside and can't find anything here. I don't think. Let's go outside and see if we can connect with Tony and Mabel, and maybe do our next steps. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. That's why you're here, Dr. J.
Good leader. Keep us on
Remember,
track.
Mabel, you're talking to Mary Hart David. You're here.
Am I?
You're in 15. Yes.
Oh, you're not. Oh, that's right. You're not with us. You're outside doing something.
Probably getting a
You're
light for a
hustling up
cigarette.
Mary.
Yeah. Seeing where she's at. Can't even see me. Where am I?
Where
Mabel,
are
what
you?
did you do?
15. 15. Look at room 15.
15.
You're already in a room? Wow. Oh, you're trying to.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
Oh, I
Tony
was
is in
quick.
Tony's in another room
Sussing out
talking,
Carl.
trying to
Staring weirdly at
yeah.
Carl and Carl's bunkie. Giving off
Ooh, yeah.
weird things.
Keeping time.
What did
Oh,
Tony
I
did,
can't even
did
know
Tony
why.
completely like has Tony completed his kind of checking out Carl yet, or should we like?
I think they did they?
Honestly, I don't recall. Tony,
No.
did you want to do anything?
Do something, Tony.
Do something, Tony.
Do
We,
something.
we always end up at
Can
that
I
point.
do a
Sorry.
What?
Can't hear ya. No, Andrea.
Yeah, can't hear
You
you.
Can't hear
know,
ya.
You're going green, but we
I
can't hear
see
you.
a green. Yeah, nothing.
All right.
Okay,
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
going to get set up on
Now we
another.
got you.
I'll do a spot hidden, and then after
Okay.
What were you trying to spot?
everybody else does their turns.
Well, I guess we'll.
Just to see if there's.
And then you cut out again. On second thought, you can tell us what that hard success will be for in a little bit when you get your other microphone set up.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, Joe, Dr. Irving, Reed, you're in the office looking at papers. What do you want to do now?
What do we remember what we found on the papers?
That Carl came in here at about the same time that and Angela was supposed to be here.
Right. So we just found that out now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And do we know that, because I know obviously we players know what Tony's up to, do we know as characters what Tony's up to?
I think Tony actually did say something. Sorry, it's
Yeah.
been a little while
Okay.
and my notes have escaped. So,
Okay. Cool. All right. So if we know what Tony's up to and Tony's trying to figure out, okay, then
Yeah.
because I was thinking we could just compile more evidence that this person is Anne, so that we can confront them with it and be like, look, we can see, we know. But then I don't want to crash Tony's sneaky sneak style. I don't want to ruin it.
And who would want to crash his sneaky sneak style?
you know, you're gonna have to work a little harder to make that sound more obscene. So, you know, it just sounds kind of cutely innocent. So, you know, you'll have to try harder, Reed.
That's Tony. Tony is
Yeah,
He's
cute
quite
innocent.
and sweet and innocent.
cute
Yeah,
and innocent.
Yes.
just a guy
I
with
guess
his
you got a
rope, you
point.
know. Okay. What do we know about Anne that only Anne knows? Do you know what I mean? We could catch Anne in a lie. And we could say something, you know, say something that we think only Anne knows, and depending on the reaction that this person has, then we know if it is Anne or not. Mwahaha!
How many of us actually know Anne personally? Because I know her paternal aunt sent me on this mission. I don't think I necessarily know Anne, other than as an acquaintance. So how many of your characters actually know Anne to have that knowledge? Because I don't think Sugar Joe does.
I don't. Because I was on
Well,
it
why the
for
fuck are we
Reed,
here? We
and then
could be
Reed
in
got
Vegas
with
for
them.
crying out loud.
Oh.
Screw Anne. Let's go.
Now
Go
you come up with that plan.
Oh gosh.
Well, and they're okay. You know, they're pacifists. You know, they've been here before. Could go and do a bit of gambling. Say hi to showgirls.
Yeah. We could go Reno. It's probably
Wait, you
closer.
said showgirls.
No. What am I saying? We could go Atlantic City. That's closer.
I'm gonna say, yeah, Atlantic City, baby.
Yeah.
We could be in the movies though if we actually went down to Vegas.
Yeah, that's true
Yeah, Joe,
too.
you know some movie stars. You could get us in,
I totally could.
right?
So why are we chasing for this Anne person? Like, I mean, I think we've lost our whole. What's our motive for even being
Yeah.
here?
I mean,
But some doesn't any of you? But somebody must have um a good in character motive for this. I mean, I'm just again doing this as a favor to her aunt. That's what I'm doing it for.
I was
think
looking for
I-
Thatcher, and we know Thatcher's dead. So,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm out.
It's for the
Yeah.
adventure.
and I think I kind of knew her.
Hmm.
I think that's what my connection was because I helped women with certain problems, and she had
Mm.
certain problems.
Oh yeah.
I think that
And
was it.
she didn't have that problem.
She didn't have that problem.
Oh.
True enough.
She had a mother problem.
Yeah,
She had the opposite problem.
a greedy mother problem.
Mm.
All being there.
Well, we're here. Here's the question I have for you guys. We're here. We know that these guys may be a bit cultish, but they seem rather benign in their cultish.
Mm.
Which doesn't mean anything in Call of Cthulhu. But we do also know that the clan is coming to attack them. So we've tried to warn them. We could Vamoose because we can't seem to find anything about her here. And didn't Father Divine sent us here? What did Father Divine sent us here to do? To take care of the farm or to take care of the clan issue,
Take
right?
care of the clan, and in exchange, he was going to give you more information about Anne,
Right. So I think
particularly
what we have,
location.
yeah. So what we have to do is figure out what to do with the clan. So I don't know what we should. Whether I think what we could do is. So here's what I'm suggesting. It's not going to really work for us to
On top of each other's.
be here and confront the clan. I'm thinking we sneak outside, we hide ourselves outside, and if things go south, we pop out of the shadows and end the clans terrorizing this community.
When you mean N, you know, to N, like I think Mabel and Sugar Joe need some clarification on what that means. Are we talking a violent N, or were we just talking we're just gonna be like Martin Luther King,
Well, it could do.
pacifist, peaceful human shield? Because we need
I'm
direction.
not.
Yeah, we're not good without direction.
Like
Okay, so here's what I'm going to suggest.
because we're gonna
Sorry,
go a
go
little
ahead.
crazy. We're gonna go a little crazy with interpretation. If, like, come on, you know Mabel, you know Sugar Joe. We're
So what I'm going to propose.
We have impulse control
yes,
issues.
we do. We 100% do.
Here's what I'm proposing. Like honestly, being a meat shield is not what I'm looking forward to doing. If he wants us to deal with the clan issue, what we have to do is convince these guys not to stop terrorizing this or stop bothering this community. So what we could do is actually set ourselves up as a roadblock further up and try to convince these guys to stop.
Well,
I
I
don't
was
know.
thinking we could do a surprise attack.
Yeah, I like the surprise attack idea you had before, Dr. J, of jumping out of the bushes.
I agree. Well, I think that might work. But I think if the problem is if they show up here and we attack, innocent bystanders might get shot, right? So I think we have to stop them from actually getting to, like, we need to confront them before they can fire upon the buildings. What do you think?
Oh, get them before they even get here.
Well, kinda, yeah. What do you guys think?
Hell yeah. Yeah, they'll think we're
get them on the
heroes. Let's do
road.
it.
The way everybody agrees
Hang on a
makes me
second.
feel it's a very bad idea.
Hang on a second, though. Hang on a second, because I think what we had established in the last session wasn't Mabel in her disguise as a man?
Yep.
Didn't they infiltrate the KKK meeting? And I've used the set of sheets that I bought before we came here to make them a.
And then promptly got them their asses kicked out of the meeting.
Yeah, that's
We
right.
got
They got
found
out.
Yeah,
out.
you got
They
kicked
got
out.
found
So
out.
we still have the
Yeah.
knife,
Yeah.
though. They gave us a knife.
I thought you were in on it. So nobody successfully infiltrated that KKK meeting.
We could try
Well,
telling them that we're being sent by another head office.
I think Mabel did try that, didn't they?
No,
The head office
not
of
yet.
KKK.
I'm pulling stuff out of my ass right now.
Um,
Are we gonna get to use my
right.
sheet
Well,
outfit or what?
let's put a pin in that for right now. And Tony, you were looking for documentation in this room? What?
I'm just looking for anything that could be on a shelf, tucked away, a clipboard, a
You
note,
do
a
know that
journal.
people are sleeping in this room, right?
Yeah, you're in the bed. You're in the bunk room.
Yeah, but I figured
Yeah.
people's personal effects might be by their bed, or if there's like a little sign-in sheet by the door, or
In that case, you can do stealth or sleight of hand, your choice.
okay, let's see, sleight of hand.
Whoa, nice. Good. Wow.
All right. Well, I guess I will let that go then.
He's been trying to practice magic. He's not great at it, but that's from all his books. He's trying to do some card tricks and stuff. So that's why his sleight of hand's a little higher. Yeah, exactly.
That's
All
very
right.
awesome.
I'll say, for convenience sake, that you take this bunk and you're being subtle about what you're doing.
Okay.
And yeah, you look around, but like seriously, there's like a whole lot of not much here.
A lot of nothing.
I mean,
Okay.
clothes.
Fair. Okay.
There's underwear. Most of it's clean.
I
Okay,
mean, he's
fine.
pretty
Only
fastidious.
some of it's clean.
All right, that's not his particular drive, but you know what? He's not here to shame anyone. But no, he's not looking for undies, so that's all right. Unless there's like a conspicuous pair that has the initials of Anne written on it on the, that it's actually them in disguise. Other than that, no, he's not particularly gravitating towards that.
No.
All right, well.
They're for the most part, there isn't all that much that's in fact, I will say, because you got a hard success on the spot hidden, there's a whole lot of not that much in this room in general. This is more of a room for sleeping, and more
Just coming
importantly than
crashed.
kind of people, when they join this group, they kind of shed their previous life.
Right.
Dodgy.
So,
their worldly possessions are gone.
I mean,
not a whole lot of personal.
Donated to the group. Yeah, I mean, you might find like the occasional little tchotchke here and there, but like that's pretty much it. So correspondence, documentation, that sort of stuff, not here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And possibly not at all.
Huh?
Okay.
So we've basically hit dirt. Like we can't find. And Hugh Cooper is not here. We don't think Carl is here. Is AKA and Cooper Hewitt, right? So I don't know what our next step is, but Father Divine told us she was here. Did he not?
No.
Nope.
Well, no.
Said if we helped, we'd get more information.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
So we need to help and go back to Father Divine. So maybe if we set up a roadblock and say, okay, nice chappies, time for you to go home to the KKK. And then, we go back to Father Divine and go, ta-da!
But the thing is, so
That's
when
exactly
he
what we
meant
say.
take care of the KKK, Again, did he mean take care of the KKK? Because if we
Wink,
don't
wink.
shoot them all, then there's just going to be a reoccurring problem, right?
So
Mm.
yes. So the point is, how do we convince them not
So,
to leave this group alone?
I got a great idea. We shoot
Mm.
each of them in the
Yeah.
knee so that they're permanently crippled and they can't ride the little horses around.
kneecapping. Why don't we do something ghoulish? I mean, they're all religious. We could pretend that it's, something scary here,
We could curse
Fine
them.
Oh yeah,
retribution.
like that's going to stop them from coming in.
It might do.
Oh.
They're supposed to be like, are they Jesus-y people? I don't know.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
Jesus.
I just
they
think
are.
they're
They're
assholes.
a variant of
Protestants.
Jesus-y people.
Got it. Cool. Okay. We
We just
spook
need to
them.
speak
We spook
tongues
them.
or something.
Yeah. Yeah, we can spook them. How do you spook the KKK?
I didn't teach that at school.
No, surprisingly. How do we spook the like famously most terrifying people in existence? Okay. I vote we scare the shit out of them. I vote we jump them before they get here and we scare the absolute shit out of them.
I still
I
think
vote that.
maiming
Let's
them
do
is a
that.
good option too. We don't have to kill them. We can just permanently disable them,
yeah.
blow their knees out with a
Yeah.
shotgun.
Because we'll get the electric chair if we're caught killing them.
Oh Lord.
Bloody
Okay.
hell.
Well, yeah, I mean,
So
Well,
okay.
you know what? You can kneecap them and elbow cap them. You shoot in their elbows too.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Why
oh,
are we
that's a good idea. I still think shooting
It's
their
funny.
knees.
I am less conflicted killing them than I am kneecapping them, which says a lot about me at this moment in time. So, but let's explore that idea though of scaring them.
Wait.
Yeah.
How flammable are their sheets? They wear sheets because they're dumb. So how flammable is
Let's
that?
burn them to
Is that
They're
death.
probably
flammable?
cotton,
Barbecue.
so they're not going to be quickly ignited. But if you pour petrol over them, then they will do.
Let's do it. Set them on fire. Set them on fire. Set them on fire. Use their own weaponry against them. They do that, right? They set shit on fire. Set them on fire. Aha!
We've become murder hobos.
We have.
It's
We
fine.
have.
In
So
fairness, murder hobos have a wide target of attack. This is fairly narrow.
It's very
Murder hobo
specific.
behavior, nonetheless, though.
Then,
What is a murder hobo?
and I think
That's
the
new to
problem
me.
too, guys, is that they're probably
I'll
going to
explain it to you
outnumber
later.
us. So we have to really think about ambushing them if we're going to
Setting on
get
fire.
physical and
Yeah.
use surprise as our biggest weapon against them. 'Cause
Yeah, like fire, like throwing Molotovs at them and shit. They won't see it coming. Just start throwing like Molotovs at them from the bushes and that. They won't have a clue what's going on.
but
Great.
I do like the
Scare the daylights
idea.
out of them.
I like that idea. I like where your head's
Yeah.
at, Reed. I like Sea Hag's idea, aka Dr. J's idea, of maybe going down the road so maybe they won't associate our action with this farm.
Exactly. We just look like rogue vigilante people, nothing to do with
Do you
the
think-
farm. See?
We could pretend to be the mob, and that this little clan is
Jesus,
protected
Mabel,
by
I
the
love
mob.
that.
Ooh,
Because
that's a
Dr.
good
J,
idea.
Dr.
Yeah.
J
Yeah.
has blah, blah,
And then
blah.
they're
We
like
could be wise guys.
way more long term. Yeah.
Mhm,
And then,
mhm.
and
Just
then
have to
booze
get
is
like
back on the
matchsticks
menu.
or toothpicks in our mouths.
Well,
yeah,
and
yeah,
because
really access meth.
they're a farm, so we know that they're providing things. So we can just say, look, they're providing things we need. We don't need to
Yeah.
explain it to you.
Exactly. They're
or-
providing us with the grain to
mob
make our
is
hooch.
using it, or
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Yeah.
or we're using it to warehouse to go into Canada because this is up north, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
northern New
Or
York. right?
to bring them in, to bring the alcohol in from Canada.
From Canada. Yeah.
We've got my black car.
Yeah.
We can put on our man suits again, our normal attire.
Get some hats,
Have some shotguns.
do it.
Shut those guys down and say, Big Al Capone, because Dr. J would have inside knowledge, could fake being one of his lieutenants. Right?
Yep.
Val.
I would like to interrupt. In case it sounds like you don't actually know, but the clan was actually pretty one of the big driving forces of of prohibition. They're pretty anti-booze.
That's another reason for us
So
to shoot
they
them.
We
in
would
the
just
face.
scare them.
Your character.
Yeah.
your characters would all know this. And pretty much just saying that, this is where the booze is pretty much painting a bigger target on heaven.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
we
that's a
don't
good
have
point.
to mention that it has to do with the booze. It's
Maybe
just
we
the
just have to
mafia.
say it's mob. They're
Yeah,
protected
Yeah.
by
we
the
just
mob.
say we're mad at them because obviously they're anti-alcohol and that's our whole deal. So we're just pissed off at them and we just found them and we're like, yo, we're mad at you.
Or
Ugh.
Or we could do this. We could follow these guys after they light their cross, follow them home, find out what their real identities are, and then do mob hits on them individually, alone, and give them a little
I was
offer they
thinking.
can't refuse, if you know what I mean.
I like the idea because I was trying to think about personal information, but we don't even have to do the hit. We can also threaten them.
Yeah.
Because we can say,
works.
"Oh, how are young Susie and Bobby doing?
Yeah.
You know, how are they doing at school? Oh yeah, no, they're at St. Peter's Elementary, aren't they? Yeah, that's great, great.
Well, no,
I
they're
hope
not
that they
St.
continue
Peter's,
to have
man, because they're
health.
Protestants.
Well, okay, yeah.
They don't like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Catholics.
I think-
They're at the little racists are us school, yeah. That's what they
Mhm.
are.
Yeah, exactly.
odd. But Jaden, I feel for you because all I'm thinking is you're thinking, how the hell do we play this out? Okay, so here's the problem. That would take time. We want to deal with this and shut these guys down. Because the other problem
They're
too,
coming now, aren't they?
they're coming now,
ambush
and
them now.
the concern is it may get out of hand. Because didn't they seem to be a little bit more serious about this? Or was it? Did we get a sense it was just going to be a scare tactic, and then they were going to bugger off?
What Mabel and Tony got from the meeting was pretty much that there was some serious disagreements in terms of what they would do, because some of them actually wanted to come here and start killing people.
Yes.
Okay.
And others were like
Changes.
pretty much leave it off because the mayor said to.
Oh, so some of them could go rogue. Yeah, so we
So
need to step in before some of them go rogue.
But what we can do is say to them, look, we're working with the mayor on this. There's other people involved here, guys. There's a bigger picture here. Don't mess with this or you're going to get hurt. And if we do that again, further up the road, stop them, talk about not getting to anything specific, but let's see if we can at least convince the enough of those people so that the majority just leave this crew alone. Do you want to try that?
I think pretending we're part of the mob would be a good way to scare them as well.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd like that. Yeah. We could do that. Spook them.
We know where you live.
Literally. Let's do it. Yeah, let's pretend to be the mob and go and spook them before they even get here. But don't mention this place because we don't want to make this place a bigger target.
And allude to the fact that we're working with the mayor's working with us on all of this, and this is why, and obviously they're not getting the message from the mayor, so we're going to have to step it up, and this is why we're confronting them. Do you want to try that?
Yes. Yeah, that works. Win-win.
And then if things really go south, which they might,
we'll run.
We set them on fire.
We can try setting them on fire.
Yes, fire! Yes, okay, I'm on board for the fire.
We got a plan A, a plan B, and a plan F.
Yeah.
Fire. Let's make
Rita's
sure
secretly hoping for the fire
our,
plan.
our stuff though. Everyone check your weapons and stuff.
Oh god, weapons. Oh
Right.
no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that this conversation, since most of you were participating, that you all came out and were meeting outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
We're in the
And
tuna
for
bags.
amusement value, I'll say that Joe's car is conveniently parked over here, unless you were specifically not bringing your car onto the property.
No, I think we did. I thought we did.
No, we drove up. drove up. We want
Yeah.
the weapons in the
Right.
boat to be
Yes, we did.
available.
I'll just say this. I said it's
Yeah.
parked over here.
Have we got any explosives in the car? We got any fire things?
Oh yeah, we got explosives.
got-
We've got
Yeah,
guns.
we
Alright.
got stuff.
Tony-
I know I've got a
Tony, I'm sure
Molotov
Tony had-
cocktail in my pocket.
Um,
Tony
you
had
go.
some
You got a
dynamite,
Molotov
didn't he?
cocktail in your pocket?
Are you happy to
I
see
was just
me?
looking at this and trying to
exactly. Are you happy to see there?
That's it.
Oh
I got
Lord.
lots of stuff. I'm prepared. I mean,
Alright,
don't
let's-
forget,
let's spook 'em.
I was in the war, right? An ambulance driver in war. I know how to use weapons, and I'm a big game hunter.
And I also think that Tony had dynamite, as I remember.
Yeah,
Tony,
probably.
Can I
yeah,
not
Tony has
Sure if I
dynamite.
see, but I'm looking.
I got a jerry can full of gas in the trunk, and a flare gun. Oh, I don't want to blow up my car though, you guys. Just let's make sure.
No. No.
I also have a
Elsa will
tin
not
of
get out
mints
of here.
if anybody wants some mint to freshen their breath.
Mints.
Just in case.
If all else fails, we just spook them by saying that they've got bad breath.
Exactly. God, fresh those teeth.
Oh yeah, because that's totally going to make things work.
Yeah,
I
it
got a
might too. You never
trench
know.
coat with a black fedora.
Ooh,
Ooh, fancy.
that does sound fancy.
Yeah, I
Alright,
don't
we spook 'em.
see dynamite at least added into my thing. I've got brass knuckles, a blackjack, a small knife. I've got a crowbar.
Maybe the dynamite was another Call of Cthulhu game.
Maybe.
Could be.
I thought we'd picked
All
up
kind of
dynamite.
blends.
Who's the best at
Who's got explosives?
fast talk and intimidation too? If we're gonna be trying to do that intimidation thing, who's gonna take a lead on that? Because my
The
intimidation
doc,
sucks.
surely. The doc, because you work with the mob, right?
I've got
Yeah.
fast talking a bit, but not much intimidation.
Where's
Uh,
intimidation?
no, your intimidate's pretty high.
Pardon?
Is it?
For who? Who has good intimidation?
Your fast talk is crap. Your intimidate is pretty good.
For Mabel?
Who's that?
Dr. J.
Oh no.
Yeah.
My-
Yeah, it's
I,
okay.
I
That
have
makes
I
sense.
have
Oh,
65 in
Mabel.
my intimidate. I have 65 in my intimidate.
Woo!
Yeah, Mabel is way better at fast talk.
Nice. There's Mabel and the doc then.
I'm the
Yeah.
muscle and the other one's the charmer.
Yeah, who would have thunk, eh?
Yeah, that works for me.
Stay, yeah. Oh yeah. And then we can hide in the bushes with fire things.
Yeah, then we can be the surprise element. I like that. What about Tony? Tony,
Yeah.
what do you want to do in all this? Is Tony? Are you very
Tony,
intimidating?
Well-
Tony, you could wrap rope around them and trip them over with rope.
True. Well, I was
Don't let
trying
this thing
to
coming.
think. Did any of you guys watch Breaking Bad?
Oh, yeah. Most of it.
Okay, so do you remember near the end when he's threatening the pharmacy people? And he's like, hey, we got snipers in the back and they've got you targeted. And like, if you're not cooperating, it's not just us, we've got you surrounded. And in that case, they were using a little laser on their laser pen on their forehead, but of course it looked like a scope. But I was thinking, if we did have something that could explode or make a charge, we could put them along like the trees in the area, because I have
Yeah.
a whistle, and if I blow my whistle and then like a whole bunch of these trees go off like they just got shot with an explosive bullet, then be like, all right, so we know where the next one's going if we don't have cooperation.
Do you think they've got detonators here?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know
It's a fine.
exactly how we would do it. If it would be like a timed thing, or if we could just even approximate, just where we could, like, if we didn't have it on a specific time, we can say, like, hey, if we see anyone reaching for their weapon, we're going to fire some warning shots.
Ooh,
And then
don't
you would just
forget.
hear, poof, 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 and we're like, hey, stop it, because they won't know who did it. They'll assume it was someone else in the group.
Don't forget, I have a
So
flare
that
gun.
doesn't have.
I have a flare. I do
Oh,
have a
okay.
flare gun, so we can give Dr. J my flare gun, and Dr. J can do that whole spiel that you just said, and kind of do a bluff,
Okay,
and then
okay.
and then shoot the flare up in the air if they, as an intimidation thing. What do you think about that, Dr. J? You want my
That sounds
flare
cool.
gun?
Or what we could do is take the materials in the flare gun, create a couple of gunpowder sachets from it, and have it kind of see if we, I know it may not have the time to do it, but even if it's 3 or 4, that kind of can be done in the tree somewhere and just lit.
Yeah. Because I mean, I have candles, so we can always seal it in with wax. I have waterproof matches. I have wool socks if we need to make a fuse or something.
Yeah, and if you do it with if you slow down the thing that burns, then it gives us a delay on those things popping.
Oh
my
Because
god!
maybe that's that
this is
thing
turning into a
too.
MacGyver episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a doctor's bag. Sorry. Go ahead.
But if the
I'm going
idea,
to.
sorry, I
Go
just
ahead.
wanted to say though, if
We're
the
excited.
idea is we want to keep the KKK away from this community, full stop. We kind of want to make the community look a bit scary, even though they're, so that they kind of feel, oh, if we go back there, they're armed to the teeth and there's traps. Because maybe we can do quickly, and maybe the community wouldn't mind getting involved with doing those traps, where people end up swinging in the trees and things.
Oh, we do have rope.
Snares and things.
Let's see where Jaden is thinking about all this.
Do you really want an honest answer?
We chose poorly.
I don't know. Or we just hide in the bushes and shoot them in the knee.
I think we could intimidate with the doc and Mabel, and the rest of us hide in the bushes and throw shit at them.
Yeah.
To scare the shit out of them.
Love it.
And set them on fire. Because then it looks like that they have like a big enemy now. Because it looks like we're the mob and we're protecting that area. And like, there's more of us.
Yeah.
They don't know there's not that many of us.
Exactly. I love it. So Dr. J and Mabel go up and intimidate, and then Tony, Reed, and Sugar Joe spread out and hide in the bushes and try to make like we're 3 or 4 guys each.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That works.
And shoot them in the knee, or set them on fire like human barbecue.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, so I'm gonna give my Molotovs to Reed. I'll give the flare gun to Dr. J. I've got a can of gasoline if you guys need that somewhere else. Ooh. Tony's got matches. Tony, you want some gasoline? And you got your wool socks? You want to make little fire bombs?
Yep. Yeah. I mean, if we want to do fire bombs,
make sure you got good throw.
We need an enclosed. Oh, that's a good point.
If you don't have good throw, then you might be setting yourself on fire, and I don't think we have health insurance for you.
That does feel more Tony-like. 20. Yeah, not great.
Same.
Same.
Okay, what else can we... Is there another way that we can use the Molotovs rather than throwing them?
Well, don't forget we have our pistols and handguns and shotguns and shit like that too.
That's true.
And I'm better with a handgun. Although I have 35 in rifle shotgun. So who's good with rifle shotgun? Because I've got that one of those in the boot, or a couple of those in the boot probably.
I only have a 25, unfortunately, in my rifle shotgun. I have 70 in my brawl.
Yeah, I have 50 in brawl.
So I think my what I'm going to try to do is really be very physical with a couple of the leaders and try to change their mind. Because what I can do is also try to pass as a man.
You know what? We could use one of Tony's sock in your crotch to make it look like you got a big ding dong.
Scare the shit out of them.
Size matters when it comes to boys.
If push comes to shove, just turn it into a dick measuring contest.
That's
yes.
Just put one of those in your ding dong area. And scratch it. If it's wool, you'll scratch a lot, and men like
Yeah,
that.
scratch it.
My
Okay.
God. Didn't we have this debate last time that there was way too much scratching?
Hey, push comes to shove, they'll think you've got something and they don't want to catch it.
Yeah,
So maybe
syphilis.
the scratching's a good idea.
Or crabs.
Just say that this is a convalescent
STIs.
home for VD.
Yeah.
Convalescent
Is that what it was
OVD.
called back in the
Oh my
20s?
god, I love
Venereal
that.
disease?
I love
Yeah.
that.
Syphilis.
A syphilis or
Yeah.
STD convalescent. home.
Syphilis.
Yeah, so we'll infect them or something. I don't know.
That's
Let's get
it.
a shot of them.
All right. We got to do something.
Do it. Let's do it.
Yeah,
That's
let's
our
do that.
plan. That is our
See the plan.
plan.
Time is
That is the
burning.
plan.
That's the plan.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't want my car
can I
fucked up,
blind
though.
them? Well, can I blind
Can you
them? Because I got a camera. Can I blind them with my camera light?
That's a
Eh?
great idea.
Yeah.
You got
Something
pictures
I
of
actually have a
fuckers.
skill in.
I don't know if you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I guess.
I could rig it
Good.
so it's too bright for them, and
If-
it will shine
if
off with
we
their
could-
white sheet.
No. You
Yeah.
could take pictures of them.
Yeah.
I could
Mhm.
say, we're taking pictures of you guys. We know where
Also,
you
we
live.
know who you are. Yes.
We know who you are.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Those are
Good.
all good
I like
ideas.
it.
Do it. Let's do it.
Okay, we're doing
Um,
that.
Anyway, you also notice while you're chatting a change in people, and you notice it's all the lighter complected folks that are now out and pretty much getting ready.
Oh, well, let's head down the road to the junction with the main road then, right?
Yeah.
So we can get in
And catch 'em.
cut off position.
Are you trying to catch them before they get here or after they leave?
Before.
Before they get here. Especially if
Yeah.
some of them are going to try to hurt any of the farmers. We want to cut them off at the pass.
Alrighty.
Right, guys?
Fabulous. Yeah. I'll say that Wonderful Kingdom here gives you all directions, and you can get over to another location. Hang on, I wasn't precisely expecting this, so we'll get them off the map first.
See, this
That's
is
always
why
a
I don't
good-
run
a good
games
sign.
anymore. Players going crazy. And then
Yeah,
you don't
mind
have a
being the
map
crazies,
ready.
though.
I don't
We
like
can
it.
certainly
Well,
do theater of the mind.
That's it. That's true.
There you go.
Oh,
Brilliant!
Yeah.
Oh, yay!
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Oh. Wait, is the bridge canon, or is it just part of the picture? If the bridge is real, we could use that to our advantage.
Yes, we could set the roadblock there.
You really want to strand people and make them drive extra far? You'd be
No,
trapping
no.
the people in the farm as well as the clan out.
That's
No,
a
but
good
that
point.
could be
I
the
could
choke
carry.
point, right?
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
park ourselves here
Yeah.
and then have them stop there and meet them halfway through and have a parlay with them halfway across the bridge.
Yeah.
And
So it's not about blowing
and
up the
we
bridge.
could hide
Don't blow up the bridge.
behind them
No, yeah.
so we flank them. Right? Right here
Yeah,
in these
hide
three
here.
bushes
Mm,
on this
Yeah.
side.
there and
And then
yeah.
and then we have like Dr. J and Mabel at this end of the bridge to confront them when they come over. But we'll flank them on their backside. Tony and and Reed and Sugar Joe. So that, we'll have them trapped on the bridge.
This will either
Sitting
go
ducks.
really well or very badly.
Yeah. Just think Band of
It'll be
Brothers,
fine.
the video game. We're flanking them. Let's do that. Let's
We
go.
could have a log or some barrier that, as they're kind of approaching on the bridge, we drop or let down so they can't advance further. Then the people from behind come out, and so then their vehicle at least is kind of there, and we go, hey, we just wanted to take a pause, and we
my
think we should have a
car, my
conversation.
beautiful car.
That sounds good.
Oh, you know what we
That's
could do?
not your car, but it's the closest thing I got right now.
Yeah, well, that's what
So
I'm
you
saying.
can position that however you'd like.
Because we could do like a typical
But
mob
do you want the
movie,
green
right?
one instead?
No, that's okay. The
You can
black,
have the green one instead.
the black,
the black
one's
one is nice,
with,
I think.
with the theme, right?
The black one looks scarier.
But we can
Yeah.
have the
Yeah.
black one with their headlights facing,
Pointing.
and then
Oh,
when we see them
yeah.
come onto the bridge, Mabel turns on the lights, And there's Dr. J.
Yeah.
Do for drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
There. Yeah,
Okay, we're
Dum dum.
I'm gonna go over here.
like that.
I'm gonna hide over there. Does anyone have a good shotgun or rifle?
There
Score?
should be a shotgun in the trunk because
No,
I had shotgun and
I mean
shotgun
the skill,
shell.
because I only have 35.
Yeah. Oh, you got more than I do.
Mm.
You can have the
No.
shotgun.
I don't.
Just
No.
don't shoot
I
me.
mean, for
okay,
Reed or
guys?
Tony.
Don't set me on fire and don't shoot me.
For Reed and Tony, because Reed should probably be closest if Reed's throwing Molotovs, right?
Yep.
So Reed should be close to one of
Yep.
these, right?
Okay, I'm there.
And then Tony, what's your skills for guns and throwing and stuff?
I'm more brawler. I put that in as 50. My guns are like 25.
What about throw?
Throw is like 20.
Your base one.
Same.
Oh, we're all screwed for throwing. Shit.
Do not
Yeah.
set me on fire. At least there's a river.
Well,
At least there's a
But it
river.
will be spiders.
Mabel, what's your throw?
yeah, maybe what's your throw? Because you don't really need
Hold
the
on, let
fast
me have a look.
talk if Dr. J's going to be intimidating. And maybe that's something where
Oh, that
Tony
could
should
help.
switch out with you, right? If Tony's going to get into a fist fight.
True.
All right, hold on.
Tony and I.
Throw.
Can you throw or can you
That
shoot
is
guns,
my
Mabel?
throw. I'm 59 for shooting a gun for a revolver.
Okay,
That's
fantastic.
Okay.
good.
Nice.
That is good.
My throw is 20.
Yeah, maybe
A
you
bit
should
like
be a
my
sniper
swim.
then, Mabel. And we'll leave
Mhm.
Tony up front to
Alright.
be the hand-to-hand combat guy with Dr. J. Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah.
So we have a bit. I have a good brawl too, so I can stand a bit behind them and still be trying
You
to
can
look
hide.
intimidating.
Or you can hide and come out if
Uh,
need be.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Yeah, hide and
and
jump
then I
them.
can lunge
Oh,
and
oh,
ambush them.
yeah.
Yeah, but I
Hide
think if you
there.
have a gun,
and then you can jump them.
that's
Hide
Well,
on
right.
this
actually-
side.
If you go here, you could shoot them
Yeah,
from behind,
Mm.
we flank them.
and then if need be,
Then
need
beat
be,
them up.
beat them up.
And we'd have them on
yeah,
both
and then
sides.
Tony's
then.
up here, right?
Sure.
Yep.
And Tony's like,
Tony, what's your talk skills? Have you got any charmed, fast talk, intimidate, any of them?
Who, me?
Yeah.
yeah, Tony.
I've got persuade. What is it? No, that's 45. Psychology 56.
Nice.
Spot hidden 75.
No, but intimidate
Good.
or fast talk?
Let's
Spot
see.
hidden's good though.
Yeah, maybe I can check to see if they have anything in their hands or stuff like that.
If they look like they're gonna start, having a go, then at least you'll be able to key into that with your psychology and your spot hidden.
Yeah.
At least you'll
Yeah,
be able to give us a warning, innit?
Yeah.
But,
Intimidate is 30. First aid is 30, but we have a doctor, hopefully, as long as the doctor's not the victim. I've got dodge
Don't set me on fire.
27. Yeah, please don't. Fast talk is only 5. Yeah, persuade 45, psychology 56, sleight of hand
Okay.
40, spot hidden 75.
Oh, okay, we'll rely on your spot hidden and your psychology then in that case.
Okay.
I think that sounds good to me.
Oh,
Does
that's
anybody need close range weapon? Like a melee weapon?
I have my cane.
Okay.
I have a kosh and a switchblade.
Okay, good.
I have a knife, I think.
Wait,
Switchblade, dagger. I've got throwing knives. Oh yeah, but none of us can throw.
Well, they're gonna be on horses too, guys. Right?
Oh! What if we spook the
They're
horses?
going to be on horses.
No, just no.
I didn't know this was a John Wayne Western.
Okay, wait, the keeper's talking.
Oh, yeah.
What makes you think that they're riding horses to this thing?
Because you showed us pictures with them on horses last time. Remember?
Oh.
Yeah.
You showed us
That's
pictures.
Yeah,
same
that was
picture.
in. Yeah, that was in the newspaper.
Oh.
And you don't trust the
Oh.
local newspaper? Come on.
Oh,
You
oh,
don't trust what you
oh. All right.
Oh, this is, well, no, that doesn't really
Pretty
help.
much, they use the horses for like like parades and shit.
Parade day.
Oh. Okay.
You Americans
Oh,
are
that's
very
fine. That's
disappointing.
fine.
I'm just gonna say
They don't have
Wait,
them
take
all
it
the
from me.
time.
Yes,
Yeah,
they are.
Americans are disappointing.
It's good though.
They are
Because if we
disappointing.
do set them on fire, we don't have to worry about getting the horses, do we?
Yeah,
It's
that's
only
true.
people we're gonna hit.
That's
you know,
right.
So we're fine.
So-
It's good.
So we gotta wrap our minds around a car coming. So Reed, you get that Molotov ready.
Yep.
And Dr. J, don't be
Molotov.
afraid to fire that flare gun right at the frickin' car.
Shoot the tires.
We
You
could
can shoot the tires and they
tires.
can't like exit.
Yeah, we could shoot
And
the
they can't
tires too. Lots of options for us to go nuts with.
Well,
Woo!
let's face
Set
it,
the
there
car on
might
fire.
also be more than one car, right?
Oh yeah. Set the cars on fire.
You're the
Oh
fire
my
person, Reed.
God.
We'll leave that up to you.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, thank
Right.
God there's a fucking river, because
Reed.
if I get caught on fire, going straight into that
Oh, yeah.
water.
Reed, do you want the can of?
Forgot
You want
that.
the gasoline can, so that you could sneak
Yeah.
up behind them and sprinkle their car with some gasoline
yeah.
and throw a match at them?
I could. I've got 40 in stealth, so I could.
Yeah,
I've
there
got
you
like
go.
a little bit in stealth,
Okay,
so I could.
you
sneak
got
up
the
behind them
extra
and
gas can then filled
Wicked.
with petrol.
Nice. All right, I'll add it to my thing.
We could be stealthy in this back end,
Gasoline.
guy. We could totally be doing like a Navy SEALs operation.
Well, I was trying to think if we had someone who was stealthy, if all their attention was up front, then if we had a large rock or even a tree, we could tie a rope around. Then that person could go and tie it to like their rear axle or something.
I think
Stealth?
I'm not sure if we have time for that.
Oh.
Yeah, but I just thought if they were like all directed forward as the conversation's happening, then the people in the back, before they
Then I
reveal
could wreck their
themselves.
car. No, I've got it. I could sneak up, do what Tony's saying, but instead of like tying things, I just sneak up to the car and use my absolutely shit car skills, because my drive auto and all those skills are really bad, to our advantage, because I'll fuck up their car. Ha ha!
I
don't think it
think you
works like
haven't
that.
overestimating that ability.
So,
But anyway,
Should we just keep
everybody,
this a bit
give me
simple,
listen
guys?
checks, please.
okay,
Listen
do what,
checks?
sorry? Listen.
Yeah,
Yes,
listen.
listen.
Okay, we're good. I can hear.
Sorry,
Oh,
listen.
someone's listening, aren't
What
they?
are we?
Or are we meant to be hearing
Are we
somebody?
listening?
Yes,
Okay.
you're listening.
I'm not listening very well.
No.
She knows that.
Oh boy!
Oh, no.
I fumbled.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe.
We're
It's-
very
Um,
distracted group.
It's
Kai, I'll tell you what
Right.
I hear.
what you wanna
Reed,
call it.
Oh.
you hear a truck coming.
Okay, so I whisper, truck, guys, truck. Truck's coming.
They're here. We haven't even planned.
we've planned too much. We have planned a lot.
Anyway, which of you are actually hiding?
Joe's
Me.
hiding in a bush.
You're
Listen.
trying to
I'm
hide.
hiding.
I'm hiding.
Yeah. Those of you that are attempting to hide, stealth checks, please.
Okay, come on. Yeah, I'm stealthy.
Goodness.
Woo!
Oh, please,
yeah.
Sorry.
please God.
Messing with a dog.
Yes,
Yes,
finally,
guys.
and I can put a
Woohoo.
check mark because I've never been successful in this stealth check yet. Thank you,
No.
thank you, gay Jesus.
Yeah, we're all stealthy.
All
Woo!
right.
Oh
Right
shit,
on, good
Mabel, you've
job,
got
Mabel.
17 stealth. That's insane.
That
That's
is
amazing.
insane.
What's
That is insane.
You got
You got
70 in your stealth.
Yeah.
Tony, are you
I'm used
attempting
to
to hide
hiding
as
from
well,
my-
or
Hiding from my brothers.
Oh.
Okay, I guess so. But I'm not hiding anywhere near anyone else, so if I fail, it's not going to blow their spot. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
okay? Well, we'll just have you standing next to Dr. Irving because that's where your token currently is.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
the car is blocking
That's
that
fine.
end of the bridge, right?
Yeah.
And so Tony,
Mhm.
and maybe I'm getting this wrong, but Dr. Irving's our spokesperson. Tony, when they come up, you're going to turn on the lights to the car and then come out and support Dr. Irving, right? Because otherwise it's like going to be a bunch of KKK against one person.
I'm fine with that. And our story is
Mob.
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 Don't
Yeah,
and
the mob.
who is our mob connection? Is that Doctor?
We don't have
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
tell
Dr.
them
J.
though.
Okay.
We can just imply it. We
Okay.
don't have to give them all the information. You just
No,
imply, right?
no. I know.
Yeah.
It's implied, but I just want to know, like, because then they might be familiar if a term comes up or something like that. They won't be totally like fish out of water. So,
In fact,
okay,
it's
cool.
better if you don't tell them so they don't know that there's another
Mhm.
interested party and they don't know.
Mm.
And just imply it and let their imaginations run wild.
Tony is
Yeah.
also Italian, so if he needs to, he knows
That's
a little
helpful, actually.
Italian.
Oh, excellent.
So he can pretend to call out to somebody in the car in Italian,
Nice.
Yeah.
just to imply things without saying it directly.
Woohoo.
All right.
Godspeed, everyone.
Woo! We've got this.
And that's about when you start seeing their truck. Sorry, this is the only truck I had on hand, so ignore the part where there's ice cream involved.
Oh my god. It really does feel like the mob.
Oh, that's hilarious.
No. The clan is not going to be coming to do clan activities in an ice cream truck.
That's
That would
so
just
funny.
be weird.
That was
Maybe
so
we
funny.
misjudged them, guys. Maybe they just
Yeah.
wanted to have a yard party.
That's it. Now that changes the whole plan. If we can get free ice cream, don't blow up the ice cream truck.
Right?
Save it. Just shoot the guys, and we'll take the ice cream truck. Sorry.
The truck comes up the road, and I will say that yeah, they're not actually using headlights, which is something that you notice immediately. But they do stop at the bridge, just catching a glint of Sugar Joe's car on the other side.
Oh, fuck.
And you hear them talking to each other. Hey, what the hell is that? Why is there a car in the road? Who the hell parks here?
Quick,
So
turn the lights on.
So Tony turns the lights on. What I'm doing is I'm leaning against the or in the middle, and I draw out a cigarette very slowly, very deliberately. Draw out a cigarette and
You are
light it.
looking some hot there, Dr. J.
Like Humphrey Bogart.
I'm not going for hot. I'm going for intimidation. So
Oh,
I
sorry.
Before else fails, juice them.
I slowly kind of light the cigarette. I shake out and extinguish the match, and I flick it away. Take a long draw, and just look at the car, the truck, and I go with my finger. I kind of point at them, and I say, like, come forward, and I start walking to the middle of the bridge.
I'm going to move this so I've got space for them.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
Oh.
Fuck.
Sorry, not you. No. Sorry. Let me go grab them again, because I apparently let go of them. Sorry about that. I will be right back with tokens. But yes, you see 6 clansmen pour out of the car.
Mm-hmm. So I yell over and I say, so who's the leader?
One of them
one of
steps
you-
forward
Yeah.
and says, I am. And you can also give me a roll for passing as a man, Dr. Irving.
All right, God, I hope this fucking works. Passing as a man.
Go on. You got this.
Oh, sweet Jesus, oh, fuck me.
Shit!
Jesus.
Damn
that's
it.
Not even close.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Okay, what?
I know, can't even burn luck.
That would be a hell of
Alright.
a lot of luck. What is that? You'd
That would
have
be
to
a
get,
lot of
what,
luck.
19 points?
Yeah.
Do
Can't
you
do
have
it.
19
There
points?
goes
How
the
much luck do you
intimidation.
have? You might
No.
want to
But-
do that because this whole thing is reliant on them believing you to be a man.
Or
Okay,
otherwise,
hang
you're
on.
going to look like a real strong female character. Because there were some of them who were scary.
Yeah, I
Pretend you're a
guess.
witch, that'll scare them.
Oh gosh. How much luck do
No,
you have, Dr.
that's
J?
okay.
Um,
I have
Uh,
43
actually-
luck. Sorry.
Actually,
That's a
I'll have
lot.
you start by rolling a preliminary intimidate for your
Okay.
whole cigarette thing.
Okay.
Ooh. Go on, you got this.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you
scary.
go. There you go.
I'm going to say that it doesn't matter how manly you are. With that extreme success, you're good.
No, you know what it
Ooh,
is? It's because they look at Dr. Jane, they're like, oh my god, a chick wearing pants and smoking? Jesus Christ. She's got off the
It's
rails.
Katherine Hepburn. Oh
We
my
can't
god.
control her.
They're starstruck.
She could
Get
do
her
it.
autograph.
Yeah.
Oh, how many are there? Gosh,
I
1, 2, 3,
think
4, 5, 6.
there's 6.
We can take
Mm-hmm.
I think you're kind of overestimating what they think of women back then, but one digresses, and yeah, they are at least moderately shaken by Dr. Irving.
Wait, they're shaking in their little sheets. You just see a little ghosty is shaking.
So I point to the guy who's talking, and I say, so what's your name?
My name doesn't matter. I'm here representing the clan.
That's okay. We'll figure that out later.
Actually, Mabel, Tony, you can give me intelligence checks to see if you recognize him. Oh, or his voice, because you can't see his face.
Intelligence, okay.
My god, is he someone you
Ooh,
ate
Mabel.
pie with?
Not very smart.
Oh, I'm
Yeah, Tony! Woo!
Woo!
Yes, this is John from the meeting before.
okay.
So, Tony, can you yell out John to me?
Yeah. What would you say? Yeah, he just says,
But then John's going to recognize
nice.
you too.
Yeah.
That works
Yeah,
both
well,
ways, right?
Okay, that could work.
Yeah.
Hello,
Okay.
John.
Maybe, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe in a, okay, in a very, Tony pulls a notebook out of his shirt pocket or jacket pocket. He flips it open, and he goes, "Hey, boss, this one's John."
Oh, very nice.
Good.
Very
Makes it look like
nice.
we've got like intel. That's smart.
That's
yeah.
so good.
So I look at Tony, and I kind of point to Tony, and I said, "Yeah, John. See, John, we got to talk. We've been keeping an eye on this. I'll tell you my name. I think it's important for you to know who I am. My name's Francesca. My last name is Francesca Nitti. Now, I don't know if you know much about that, but I'm sister to Frank Nitti. And Frank, I know you guys are filer up here, but Frank works with the head guy in Chicago. So you and I need to have a chat, John. We need to have a chat. And he's as you know, as I'm talking to him and he's there, I'm kind of walking around, rubbing my my chin, and I've got my cane in my hand, and I kind of poke him every now and then to emphasize the point. See, Frank, John, I really didn't want to come up here, and we really had hoped that the mayor would have gotten the message across to you guys. But, we wanted to keep an eye on things, and Tony here, he figured out, what you guys were planning tonight. And it's obvious that the message from the mayor hasn't worked. So we're going to have to be a little bit more direct with our messaging. Now, I hear you guys have whatever little crazy things you guys want to do, but this firm, this guy, these people, they're off limits to you guys. You don't need to know why. You just got to know that from Chicago's perspective, these guys aren't on your radar anymore. Do you get my drift?
Why should we be listening to you?
Ah, now see, that is a very good question. And the problem is when you get to the point where we have to show you why you have to listen to us, that's when things get messy. Do you really want things get messy?
What precisely do you mean? And why would they send a woman to do a man's job here?
Oh, well, maybe because we start with me. You really want to just start with me. You don't want Frank to come up here. Because Frank, he's the main line to the big guy. They're sending me to try to see if we can just kind of settle this without too many problems. So, and I come up to him and I say, do you really want things to get messy, John? And I look him in the eye.
Your performance is awesome. Give me another
Woohoo!
intimidate check, and you get a negative 30.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Let's go, Dr. J. Yeah.
Nice.
Hanging out with all of
Yeah,
those
yeah,
gangsters has helped.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. You
Extreme
definitely,
success.
yeah, that counts as an extreme, and
Woo!
Woohoo!
they get to counter that, but they're not going to be doing so well. Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
Well, can you just appreciate the fact that Dr. J is more scary than the Klansman? They've only got 60.
I
Dr. J
know.
has 65.
Wow.
Jesus
But
Christ.
I've got the mafia behind me, right? I've got
I know.
Chicago behind me.
True.
She's lived in that world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
She
I've
didn't
dropped
need
some
socks.
names. Now these guys may not know these names. I don't know if these names would be, but anyway. Frank Nitti is Capone's right-hand man and bodyguard in charge of the operations finances.
That's cool.
So that's what I was trying to do, is drop some
Nice.
names there.
Mhm.
Oh, good.
And I would
Nice.
know
Awesome.
Frank.
and you're extra lucky that these are clueless
Yes.
bumpkin type clansmen,
Yeah.
in the sense that if they knew anything about organized crime, they would know that Capone has no power this far east.
Exactly.
But they don't. So you were fucking lucky.
Nice. You're chucking out
So-
names and they're shaking in their little sheets. They're going, woohoo.
So, and just to make it clear, John, you know, a couple of our associates have been around and went to your meeting, and we know who you guys are. And it's really easy to find out other information, especially with our friend the mayor. So, do we have an understanding that this farm is no longer on your radar?
What farm?
Ah,
And he makes a
that's
signal, and they pile back into the truck.
Mm.
I
What are
take
you
another
doing?
drag on my cigarette and flick my cigarette over the edge of the bridge and walk back to the car.
Badass woman.
All the while thinking,
Ooh.
cannot fucking believe that worked.
Good job.
Way to
Nice.
go!
Nice.
Now we throw the Molotov now. They're in the truck.
Yes.
Kidding. Joke. It's a joke.
Yeah, look, okay, we get it. We don't want trouble. We'll listen to the mayor. There isn't a farm here. We'll be leaving now. Anyway, he uses this side path thing to turn the truck around, and yeah, they head out of here.
Woo.
Yeah. Just after he says that, Tony just calls off in different directions, just counting off in Italian up to 6, and he goes, "Hold, hold."
Nice.
We don't know Italian. Did he say shoot, shoot?
Here, let me see if they even heard you in the truck.
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
oh,
they did.
heard you.
Damn.
Oh,
Oh,
fucking
they
hell.
heard you.
Jesus.
Well, see, he says hold in English. He counts in Italian, but he says hold, like putting up his hands, like hey, like good. We've come to an arrangement. Like hold your fire. Just again, implying that there's more around, but that we don't need to.
Yeah, they drive off.
Okay.
Woo!
I didn't get to
Dr.
shoot
J.
anyone.
Yeah, we didn't get to shoot anyone at all.
Oh.
You guys are upset at that?
Well-
I'm more astounded by the fact that one woman took out the entirety of the whole fucking KKK. Jesus Christ.
That was
Yay,
wonderful.
Dr. J.
Great
It was
job,
fabulous,
Doctor.
yes. Woohoo!
Yeah.
She's okay. She's
Yeah,
Dr.
and that's
J.
why I gave you a bonus token, because
yes.
holy
I
crap,
very
that
much
was awesome.
appreciate that.
Nuts.
It were awesome.
Woo-woo!
Awesome.
Yes. So, Dr. J, give me an intelligence check.
Oh,
Minus 20.
all right.
Ooh, you're smart.
You're
Nice.
good for
Just a regular
today.
success, but still, yeah, you're kind of thinking that, a little calculated hit might not be a bad plan. Just take one of them out.
All right.
Ooh.
Would I
one
take them
member.
out now or later on?
Well, that's the thing. They're all together now.
Yes.
So you'll want to find where one of them lives, and
And not John.
I don't know,
No,
something along. I don't know if you want somebody's head in a barrel full of horse piss or something. Something that
Feather,
gets the
though.
message across.
Yes.
They like
Girls
tar
and
and feathering out in these times.
Yeah, but
So
we gotta
do.
pick
we'll-
one of the more militant guys, not John. John seems reasonable.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
Yes.
we don't want it
We'll
to be
pick one
John.
of the more.
if anyone gives John
Can we
a
tar and
head,
feather them, though?
From the
No.
meeting, do we remember who was really aggressive?
Yeah.
Great. Give me an intelligence check.
Ooh.
Mabel and Tony.
Oh, two of us.
Oh, nice.
Good.
Oh,
heart
Mabel
success.
flies around her IQ.
Yeah, you remember Bobby.
Me.
Yeah, the thing for axes.
Oh, shit.
I
So
remember.
when
Alright,
we
we're taking out Bobby.
when people come together, it's like, okay, guys, maybe the next move is to actually take out one of them. And I know you guys were really hoping to kneecap, elbow cap, burn somebody. Let's focus in on one guy and make the example, and then hopefully they won't be they'll leave this farm alone.
or we could just go back to New
Burn
York
somebody.
City right now and go back to Father Divine and find out where Ann Hewitt Cooper is.
Yeah, but I think one kind of just one thing would just drive it home. We don't want and so I kind of look at both Tony and Mabel and I say, so which one was the more aggressive of them all there, guys? And that's when
Yeah,
Mabel.
there was definitely
Bobby Dungaree.
yeah, that's the guy.
Dungaree. All right, let's maybe a couple of us can hang out here. Tony, you kind of have the rope. maybe we take Bobby out while the other ones go up to the farm. Or not to the farm. Sorry, back to
New York?
New York. How does that sound?
How are you guys gonna get back to New York?
Bus.
Trailways.
Or we could just take care of them tonight. Go visit, give Bobby a a quick visit, have him disappear.
Or we could just forget about it and move on because we've done what we've done, right?
Okay.
Take
I
Bobby
was
out.
just
Take Bobby
I,
out. I vote for take Bobby out. Let's do it.
Oh
I was,
gosh.
I was just throwing a bone for Reed.
yeah. No, I caught that.
Um,
I throw it back
uh,
to you with a note that says yes. Let's do it.
We could.
I need to go for a quickie bio break. So if
Yep.
you all
Okay.
want to
Okay.
continue planning in your or take a bio break yourself, either or.
Bio
But
break.
seriously, figure out what you're doing, and if you want to split the party, by all means.
Well, I think the
Never
this
bad.
I think the suggestion, when I hear a suggestion from a game runner, I definitely am like, okay, take that into account. So if that happens to be the case, then if we do want to do something, we can always do it just to solidify it. If we don't want it to be um, a full hit, we can also, this sounds horrible, and excuse my sense of humor, but we could also grab him, cover his head, and we have a doctor, so we could literally cut off his right hand and
Yeah.
cauterize it or something like that, and just leave a note that says, "Remember, hands off."
Oh,
I
God.
oh
like
my God,
that.
you are Italian.
Clever.
Okay, I gotta go pee. I'll be right
Yes.
back.
Okay.
Let's do that.
I like that
Okay.
idea. I like that
Me
idea.
too. That's cool.
It's always the quiet ones,
It's always the quiet ones, isn't it?
because that at least it could stoke his anger, but it could also make him realize, like, okay, this could really go bad, and obviously I can't do much around this. So I don't know when the best time to get him would be, but I also was thinking, like, if he had kids or something like that, I do kind of feel bad about just like taking him out. But at least with that, it's enough to be like, hey, maybe make better choices.
Make better choices. I do like though. I have to say I like the theatrics of taking the hand off, leaving it there with a note saying, "Remember, A, we know, and B, hands off."
Yeah, exactly. It's enough of a message to the people who know, and for anyone who doesn't, they don't need to know.
And I've got
Yeah.
laudanum, so technically we could knock him out.
I'm okay doing
Soft.
it compassionately, yeah,
Yeah.
as much as could be described in this situation.
It's fine. He's a member of the KKK. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
True enough.
It's
It
fine.
doesn't draw attention if he's not screaming.
Look, we're professionals. I think he'll draw enough attention when he has to go to the hospital for treatment.
Yeah.
I don't think this is
In the
something we
moment,
can
we'll
just...
be gone by then, though.
Oh, for
Yeah, we
sure,
will.
for sure, exactly. Yeah, I'm
Oh
just
my
saying, I
God.
think the story will travel. I don't think he can just keep his hand in his pocket for, like, oh, let's shake. Let's use the other hand. Let's anybody have the time? No. Not wearing a watch? No, I'm not.
Oh
Hands
shit!
cold?
I
Yeah,
did
I've got
not
to put them
think
in my
that was
pockets.
going to go. I did not think that was going to go, but it flew. Oh sweet
That
Jesus!
went well.
Uh-huh.
That went well. Well done, though, Dr. J.
Yes, I may
Doctor,
not have a lot of other things, but I do have intimidate.
hey, that was a great demonstration for it. If you do need to have a change of clothes, I do have laundry. If anyone has, and anyone is experiencing dampness, feel free to make use of a change of clothes here.
Oh, I'm just glad nobody had to set fire to anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you
Well,
saying that some of your party pissed their pants with this?
I'm not saying they did. I'm not saying they didn't. I'm only saying I'm leaving a bag of laundry here for anyone who might choose to make use of it.
And more importantly, I heard your hand removal plan. Tony, Mabel, give me another intelligence check. Let's see if you remember which, if you have any idea if he's left-handed or right-handed.
I
Tony,
missed that.
you're observant as fuck, and he's actually left-handed.
Uh-huh.
Take his left hand. Take his left hand.
Fair enough.
Take his left hand.
Yeah, works for
Yeah.
me.
Just speaking as a farmer, we could cause the family to starve by removing his hand. How's he gonna milk the cows? How's he gonna do whatever? There's
Well,
four kids.
he might not be a farmer. He might just be.
Have you seen how dirt poor this area is? Of course they're farmers.
Well, it's a good thing he has brothers, right? If they're really such a caring group, then I guess they should help out one of their own. Maybe they'll have
His
to make
fault
a
for
commune.
choosing to- Yeah, exactly. His fault for choosing to be a racist. You know? Hi.
Hope. We're going to send a message, and then we're going to send back, and we're going to go back to Father Divine and say, it's handled. Handled.
It's handled. Bazinga.
Didn't really mean that. It just came out, and he's got to keep his head of his part of the promise. Where is she?
Where is she?
Is everybody back?
Yes.
Think
I
so.
think so.
Yes, ma'am. Let's go. Let's get that hand, Dr. J.
Alrighty. Well, in that case, yeah, are you going back to heaven or are you going someplace else for the night? Going into town?
We should probably
y'all
go
doing?
back to heaven and tell them that it's been handled and they're not going. We had a chat with them and they won't be bothering the farm again.
Although,
Excellent.
But
I think we
didn't
need to
come
be
from
very
them.
careful. Because if those KK guys come back and see our car at the farm, I don't think that's going to be good for the farm.
That's okay.
I don't know if we should actually
They know,
stay
but
there
no,
overnight.
they know we know the farm, right? That's why it wouldn't surprise them to see us at the farm.
Okay. You've been right
We
so
can park
far,
around back.
Dr. J. You've been on a
And
roll,
walk
so
in.
okay.
Okay, boss. Okay.
All right.
Maybe they have a telephone we can just call Father Divine.
True.
Save us a drive out to, where was he at? Staten Island or something?
Long Island, but you can ask for his number. You don't, or ask what you need to tell the switchboard to get to Father Divine.
Okay.
Because they're not really doing phone numbers yet.
That's right.
Bummer.
Okay.
But anyway, you pull back up to the farm and you see the lighter complected folks out and about looking very, very confused as to why you're there and not the clan, but pleasantly surprised.
Okay. Who's good at lying?
That'd be Mabel, right?
Uh,
Mabel's good? Mabel's got a
yeah.
good fast act?
Am I good? Let's have a look. That you're just casting aspersions on me, saying I would be a good liar.
Is fast talk lying? So, because
Yeah.
I think that you don't want to necessarily say we threatened them, but you could just say we had a long chat with them, and
We think we've
well,
come
would
to
be
an
a liar.
understanding.
yeah, came to an understanding.
Well, do we want fast talk or do we want charm?
Really fast talk.
Yeah, fast talk would be lying. So I guess fast talk. I've got charm. but I
Or
haven't got
persuade.
fast talk.
Well, I have.
Yeah,
alright,
persuade.
I have 50 for fast talk. What do I have for persuade?
Ooh, that's good.
And I got 62 for persuade.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Jeez,
I
you
had
were
to
do
really
a lot
on
of
all the
talking.
farmers' daughters back home, weren't you, with that?
Yeah,
Sweet tongue.
absolutely. And to stop my brothers from nailing me to a wall.
And just a brief interlude. So when we hit the circle on a skill, if we roll it successfully or unsuccessfully?
Successfully.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Any success or extreme success?
Any success.
Okay. Very
Well,
good.
or more precisely, there are a handful of exceptions for successes. Like if you use luck, it won't count.
Okay.
Um,
Right. Okay.
If I give you, like, say, a negative something to your roll, and that turns a failure into a success, that won't count as a check.
Okay. Okay.
But in general, if you roll a success, you get a check.
Okay. Gotcha. Thank
Cool.
you.
The levels of success, that only determines what I actually give you.
Mm-hmm. I realize all of mine are intelligence, and I'm like, no, that's not a roll for a skill. I was like, I did some good rolling. I should be able to check something, but nope, never mind. Sleight of hand, I can do that one.
Anyway, so who's saying what to, and I'll say that Wonderful Kingdom approaches you all when you pull up.
Pardon? Who are we
So
talking to?
so let's say so I and Mabel go up, and I just kind of I explain that we've had a discussion with the clan, and they're going to leave the farm alone, and then if they ask any questions, I'll get Mabel to lie.
And is this
Don't
Dr.
worry.
Divine?
No.
This is Wonderful Kingdom.
That person there.
Right, yes. Okay.
Yes, who is now going to ask, what in the world would you tell the clan that would get them to stop coming?
Oh, I look at Mabel. You're on.
I thought you had this whole thing planned, Dr. J. You were like, I'll just say. Okay. Try a mouthful. Hold on.
I like to imagine your character chewing their food
Yeah.
thoughtfully as they're thinking about what they want to say.
Yes. Sorry
They're
about
just
that.
holding up a finger. 1 minute.
Sorry about that, Kingdom. Someone just gave me a carrot, and I love carrots.
I mean, there you go.
Ah. So, well, it's the clan. They're all farmers. They're all hillbillies. You know what I mean? I know hillbillies. I am from Hillbilly Kingdom too, so I know how to talk to those guys. And if you get them talking about cows, and then understanding that, like if they're bad people, their cows are going to die, they all get very scared and want to run away. So, yeah, we just kind of use some of that back home vibe with them. Maybe don't ask too many questions, though, because, us kind of farming folk, we're a tight knit community and we don't actually want to tell everybody our stories and our little secrets. Yeah, there you go. Nice knowing you.
Yeah, fast talk, and I'm gonna want at least a hard success on that.
Hey. Oh, what did I get? I can't see that.
46
No.
versus 50.
Oh, come on, Kingdom.
Yeah.
You don't want me to tell you all my
Spend
inners. If
some
I tell
luck.
you how I did it, I can burn some. How much is it, though?
No,
A hard
That's a
one's
lot of luck.
25.
she'd have to. Yeah, that would be a lot. She'd have to burn 21.
All right, Kingdom. Do you want the truth?
You can't handle the
Wow.
truth.
Kind of shot them all and buried them in your garden.
I am really concerned that this will come back to hurt us later.
No, we didn't do anything. Taya, we really didn't do anything to make life harder for you.
Can I step
We
in and
have
be
some
like,
skills, and we used our skills. Non-violent, nobody was hurt as well, and we just used some of our skills, because we're kind of a bit of a gang of experts in this, and we just utilize that.
And
You guys are focused in on God, and we kind of saved you this because we didn't want you to get hurt. So we used skills, and the clan, it was just a bad weather day. They were kind of like, yeah, I'd like to be home, and on the Grand Old Opry on the radio, and we just kind of tapped into everything.
Actually, I'm going to give another fast talk.
Go on, you've got this.
And if you flub this one, you can have a previous success, and it'll be enough. You're fine.
Okay. Hey. What up, Mabel?
Because and I said, look, nobody was hurt. We just reminded them of the fact that the mayor likes this and this place and doesn't want it to be doesn't want you guys to be
Interfered with. Yeah.
interfered with. I like that. Interfered with.
Yeah. And we love your little place here. You've taken such good care of us, and you're lovely people. So we would never do anything to put you in harm's way. You know, we want to take care of you guys.
Yeah, they all kind of give you this look of like, we're not exactly sure what to believe, but we're not going to ask any more questions.
Thank God.
Well, in that case, thank you for your assistance. Are you all spending the night then?
Looks at Joe.
What's an offer? What do you have? What food do you have?
Pickles. They got lots of pickles.
How do we celebrate round
Food?
here?
It's 3 a.m. You want food now?
No. You know how long we spent planning?
I'm just like, I want to crash.
Interesting breakfast. That's only in 3 hours. I mean,
That's
can you
true.
wait 3 hours?
Tony.
Yeah,
Tony just
Tony.
says, "Do you guys want to get some kip?" And I'll stay out here, out front, and just keep an eye on things and make sure everybody gets good rest. And yeah, I'll just be happy to doze off in the back seat when we're traveling tomorrow. But if I need some assistance, you'll hear. I'll start whistling, and I'll be blowing my little policeman's whistle thing here, and I'll see if I can. But I don't anticipate there'll be any issues. But I think you guys might sleep a little better if we've got just someone with eyes up here, just to make sure that there was no miscommunication in our conversation.
Oh, well, we appreciate that, but Joyous here was going to keep watch, actually. So maybe he can keep you company for the night.
That sounds great. Yeah.
Fantastic. Does anybody want to do anything else before we make it morning?
Gain some health back. If I can.
Do you have health? Are you health? Is your health now?
Your D health?
One. De-healthed by 1. Just 13 out of 14, but I know what I'm like, and I'll probably lose it very, very quickly, so I want to hold on to it as much as I can.
Oh, that's right, because you fell out of that tree, didn't you?
Well, I also bashed my elbows on a door ages ago, so yeah. Accident prone. Yes, if I can gain some health, right?
I'll give it back to you. I mean, you didn't do anything too strenuous today, and it's not like Atlas, who was sliding up and down some misters.
Thank God I didn't bring that character here. Can you imagine?
Something like that, yes. Anyway, anybody want to do anything else before it's morning again?
Nope.
No, if there's no food, then no.
Can Tony add 1 hint point as well? He's at 11 out of 13, or only if he sleeps.
Yeah. Speaking of which, anybody who needs a hit point back, you can have it.
Okay,
but only
awesome.
one.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
Thank God, full health. Oh, Joe, you might need it.
Yeah,
You're on
I
8.
do need it. I'm still recovering from this Dr. J strangling me, but after tonight's performance, I'm not whining about it.
I'm just like, we might not remember it until like we're in a big situation. We're like, wait a minute, why are we missing points? We forgot about this. Okay, good.
All right. I'll start dragging everybody into the dining hall for breakfast. But seriously, yeah, unless you're like planning on leaving for breakfast, There's food, and lots of it.
Oh,
Food.
Yay!
not,
Yeah.
not.
Mm-hmm.
Eat some food.
Yes, and in case anybody was feeling sad about it, you hear the words of Father Divine blessing every dish.
Oh,
Nice.
damn it.
I think that sounds great. I happily dig in when it's appropriate,
Excellent.
when everybody else is eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll eat
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, me too.
Fantastic.
I've
I'm just
already
not going to
started.
organize people anymore. But suffice it to say, you're all in there.
Yes. Girl.
Great. Anyway, let's see. Mabel, are you still passing for a man in this? So has anybody swapped genders for
My
this
trip
part of the
home,
day?
I'm gonna like for the trip home, I'll go back to being gal. Very well put together gal with a nice new suit from Sugar Joe, which I
Mhm.
spilled a bit of food on, but okay, I can sponge it out.
Of course. Um, Great. Everybody is very thankful, though some are vaguely confused as to what you possibly could have done, and some really don't want to know what you could have done to make the clan stop. Anybody want to do anything else before you move on,
Nope.
either from
No,
Evan or from this entire area?
I
So
think I've
we were
seen
going to
everything I
go.
need.
We were going to handle
Bobby.
Bobby's hand. Do you want to still do that?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Alright.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go take a hand.
Tony would like to leave a thank you note on his bed for the
Aw,
hospitality.
that's
Aw.
cute. That's nice.
Excellent.
Has anybody actually chatted Carl up?
Spooked him.
I'd
Tony was supposed to
Not
be doing
chatted him
that.
up, I don't think. Yeah. Because we still don't know about Carl. We still don't know what's going on with Carl because Carl's got a name that isn't similar to any of these other people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've all got,
maybe I
like,
should have talked to him
you
at
know?
breakfast.
Well, you still have
We
the
can talk to him
opportunity
now.
to.
Yeah, go say
Okay.
hi.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Before we leave, Tony talks to Carl. If he's doing like cleaning up dishes, if he's in the bunk, wherever he is, he just kind of casually approaches him as he's packing up his own stuff. That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So he says, Carl, we've learned a little bit about some of the folks in the community. How did you happen to come here?
Oh, well, things were just tough where I was before, and I just wanted some a change, start fresh, and
I can
I got that
understand that.
opportunity here.
Have you been here long?
Like 6 months or so.
And they've treated you well?
Oh, yes, quite. One of the family.
It definitely seems like a pretty peaceful way of life. To be able to work and live together. Definitely, I can see the appeal. Can I tell how old he appears, or how anything like of that?
I'd say if you had to guess, you'd say maybe early to mid-20s.
Early mid 20s. Okay. What kind of work did you do before you got here?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Psychology.
Psychology check. See if his
Mm.
boobs
Okay.
are tied down. If he's cross dressing or something.
Yeah, can you see the line of the binder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Tony.
Is that okay
Oh.
to do, Keeper?
Yeah, you can do that.
Do it. Oh damn! Oh, can I do it? Can I do it? Because Reed does drag back in Manhattan. They do drag a lot, so they'll know to look for like the lines in the clothing as to whether or not they're wearing things to hold things in and stuff.
Go for it.
Hey, okay, psychology. Come on. Damn it. Okay, maybe not.
Nice
right.
try.
Can't do it.
Uh,
I have
And-
decent psychology. Can I give it a
Yeah.
go?
Go on, Doc.
Yes, but this is the last one since you're not
Okay.
all like talking to Carl.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're just looking from a distance. We're just
from
honed
a
in looking.
distance.
Yes. Go on,
Alrighty,
Doc.
what were you looking for exactly?
So I'm looking at a couple of things. One is I'm kind of sitting beside Tony, and you know, listening into the conversation, keeping an eye on Carl just to see if I can see whether or not he's being truthful or they're being truthful, and as well to see if there's anything that reminds me of kind of how we pass as men when we've done that, you know, in things. Am I seeing stuff that I would say, okay, you know, hey, you know, if you look hard enough, this is what I would do if I was trying to pass as a man.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's excellent. And yeah, you actually noticed that there are a couple of things that kind of imply that Carl wasn't assigned male at birth.
Right.
Ooh. So either Anne or potentially trans man. Cool. Cool. Nice.
So with that knowledge, I kind of lean in on the conversation and I'm like, okay, how am I going to say this? So I say to Carl and I say, yeah, you know, I totally get wanting to kind of go someplace and leave the past behind and begin anew. You know, I've done that several times in my life, and sometimes, you know, sometimes it means even just changing. Sometimes it's changing a name. Sometimes it's just changing how you see life, and sometimes it's changing how you present yourself to the world. So I'm trying.
He
Yeah.
kind of lifts an eyebrow at you and also is vaguely wondering, since they do have strict gender segregation here, why a female presenting person is talking to him
Ah,
Oh, because
instead of
we're
to, you know, the other
that's
women.
true. That's
well,
true.
you could use the excuse that we're leaving soon, so we're just like saying goodbye to everybody, making sure we're saying goodbye to everybody.
So I kind of look and I said, where am I going to go with this?
And also keep in mind that everybody else is around, so you
Yeah.
know this is not
Don't want to
private,
get
not the most private
that
conversation.
conversation. Yeah.
Oh! Would they know about the lavender stuff? Because Anne would, right? She's like, she runs in feminist circles, which I'm assuming will cross over with a lot of queer circles. Therefore, she'd know the code. Would any of the other people here know that code? Do you know what I mean? If you just take out like a
I
little lavender
will.
or a violet or something out of your pocket and just kind of show you know, people like us need protecting. Code.
You know, I think this is
Does
how.
anybody
Sorry, go ahead.
anybody who would like to try to break a flower out of their pocket who hasn't explicitly put it on their inventory, I'm going to need a hard luck check for that.
Oh shit.
A flower.
Damn it, I should have put it on my inventory.
Where did I put my flower?
Would Joe have one? Because Joe runs in those circles. Do you have one, Joe?
I have no flowers today.
But the
No.
doc does.
I just did a hard success on my luck.
Hey,
But I
yes,
didn't do
doc.
an extreme. Were you
Yeah.
looking for a hard?
No, I was looking for a herd, and you brought it. So yes, you
Actually,
yeah,
maybe
your choice.
maybe there's like flowers
Hmm.
on the actual table, and maybe there's and I the one that we're looking for, and I pick that up and I twirl it in my hand while I'm talking to him.
Are you looking alluring as you twirl your flower?
You can have a violet. So
Okay. Yeah.
That works. Yeah, you should say it's like people like us. We need protecting, don't we? Hands
Or maybe
violet over.
maybe it's more like people like us. We always are reinventing ourselves.
There you go. That's good.
Carl just smiles and says, "Absolutely, I completely understand. And I hope you understand that I really do want my life to be different now."
So I hand the flower back to Carl and I say, look, I totally understand, and I say, I don't know if you heard about this. We are looking for our friend, and Cooper Hewitt, um, and she'd understand that as well. So you kind of remind me of her a bit, and I would just like I'd wish her best. I wish you best, and I hand the flower over to him.
Um, he just winks at you and actually leaves.
Oh, fuck.
Interesting.
Going to leave and find Anne, though. Is he going to come back?
Or do I go
Yeah,
up
can
and
we-
follow him?
Yeah, can we see where he's going?
I wouldn't follow him
Yeah.
too, because it might look too imposing
Yes.
to
But
be
maybe
like
what
going
I
off
do
to
is
a room with him.
maybe what I do is I kick Tony. Kick Tony and then like nudge with my head. Because it wouldn't be appropriate for me to follow him. But
Yeah,
it
yeah.
might be appropriate for Tony.
All right. Well, Tony does that, but tries not to be super creepy about it, and just wants to, he's gathering his things. Can you see where he's headed?
Not very far. He's starting to do, I don't remember offhand if 7 or 8 is the chicken house, but either way, he's going to go tend to the chickens.
Oh, so he's not
Mm.
leaving. He's just leaving the conversation. Right. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right with you. Okay, cool.
Oh, I was right. 7 is the chicken house. 8 is the goat pen.
Tony just follows him a little ways, and then just kind of says, "Hey, Carl, I just wanted to mention one more thing before we go," and kind of like walks with him towards the chicken coop, if that's okay.
Sure.
And if he's still doing his or heading towards the coop or starts the chores, if he's getting new bedding out or whatever, Tony does whatever he can do to kind of help as they're talking. But he just says, my friend there mentioned a woman named Anne, and part of the concern is when they did disappear, their loved ones, their family, their friends are very worried about them. They don't know if they are safe, if they're well, if they're happy. And I understand wanting a new chapter in your life. And I just hope that whatever friends or family that you may have left in your previous chapter, that do they know that you're safe and that you're in somewhere that you're happier?
Roll me a persuade.
Persuade for sure.
wow.
He just looks at you and kind of pulls you on the other side of the chicken coop, and it's like, "Look, please stop talking about my previous life. Last time I saw Anne, she was fine. Now, please be quiet. I've got work to do."
Tony respects that. He says, "I totally understand. I'm glad you're happy, and you know, I hope she is too. And you know, we don't have to. So don't want to talk about Carl in particular, but just saying, you know, was it here that you'd seen her last?
No, Long Island.
Long Island. Is that another farming community there, or another commune?
No, it was just Father Divine's mansion, and it was
Oh, I see. I
months
see.
ago. But seriously, look, I really do have work to do, and I really don't want to talk about this. So,
Okay.
but seriously, it's been months. She was fine.
Okay. I appreciate that, Carl. Thank you for letting me know. That brings us a lot of comfort to know that. And I'll leave you to your work. Thank you again for your hospitality. And Tony heads back to the main house.
Great.
Hold on. This is being a player and being dumb as a player. Wait, hang on. So Carl necessarily isn't Anne. Is that what he just told us?
Yeah. That they're if they're speaking clearly, they're saying that they're not Anne. That doesn't mean that they're not a woman in disguise or a trans man, but that they're saying that they're not Anne, that they had seen Anne and Anne was fine at Father Divine's mansion in Long Island a couple months ago.
Oh, red herring. Okay, cool. They're just a dude. Okay, cool. Nice. All right. Yep, we should leave Carl alone.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Got it. Nice.
All right. Well, at the very least, we can go back to
Father Divine.
Father Divine.
Got it. Go. All right.
Excellent.
And
Now for the question.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go back to the boarding house and get the photos that you left hanging up drying?
Yes.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, probably a good idea.
Yep.
We were so careful about them, and now we're like, yeah.
No. I think we should definitely get everything and pack it away so that, as they say, don't leave a trace behind.
Yeah. Take only pictures, leave only footsteps.
Sure.
And a hand.
Sure.
And a
hand, yeah.
And a hand, yes. Don't forget the hand. Right. And I will say that you make it back to the boarding house. It's still pretty early, so wow, I totally forgot her name. Did I write it down? I sworn I saw it recently. Wow. The lady of the boarding house, whose name I don't recall in the list.
And I'm looking through my notes. I'm making notes for this session, but I'm checking if I had missed posting a session. So sorry about that. But
no worries, it's all good. Yeah. She welcomes you back and it's like, "Oh, how was your night? I totally missed you this morning. You were all very, very quiet."
We were at a cousin's just down the road, visiting late, and we had some car problems. So we stayed the night there until we could get the car fixed, and now we're back.
Oh, I see. Right. Well, it's a little late for breakfast, but would you like some breakfast?
No, our cousin.
I've got
Who said
bacon.
yep? I guess
And she looks in Joe's general direction. I've got the kind that you like.
Hello?
Boo.
Joe's
Joe.
just doesn't know where to go with this pyramid of lies that Dr. J keeps weaving, and just kind of, thank you, but I think we really need to get going. But thank you, kind of you. Yeah, that's just it. I don't want to screw up Dr.
Well,
J's lies about cousins and shit.
Mm.
What fucking cousins? Who? What? Whose cousins? My cousins? Your cousins? I don't know whose cousins we're talking about.
Tony
Doesn't
is not.
matter. Doesn't matter.
Tony's not trying to appear like he's making moves or whatever, but he just goes, if I could, would I be able to pay you for a few sandwiches in wax paper, maybe that we could just take on the road? Whatever you have is fine, and I'd only
Oh.
take them if you would accept some money for them. But it would be lovely to be able to maybe have a little bit of a picnic when we're out on the road. So just a few sandwiches, whatever you happen to have, I'm sure we would love that.
No problem. But breakfast is included. So since you didn't have any, consider this light breakfast. And
You're
she
very
heads
kind.
off to the kitchen.
Lovely. All right. I guess we gather our photos, and we could see the images before, so I don't think we saw anything new, but at least now they can leave the closet, so to speak.
Right. Who's going to retrieve them?
Reed, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
If
mind
Reed's
going.
going, Tony can go with Reed because that they were
Alright.
trying to set them up.
Yeah, okay. I'll go with you then. Let's go get some photos.
Right. They're not in the closet.
Bollocks.
Mhm.
Shit.
Of course.
Okay, well that's fun. Can we tell anything in the room looks different? Like anything's moved or anything?
Spot
So-
hidden, please.
Okay. Tony? Spot hidden?
Yeah. Yes. Mm.
Yeah, I
Let's
correctly anticipated that I would fail miserably.
see.
Oh yay! Okay,
yes.
you did. You did.
Well, it's a little hard to tell because you already took all of your stuff with you, but
Right.
it does look like there was some like little indentations on the floor from where bed was resting and the nightstand was resting, and you see that they're not completely lined up anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
so it looks like somebody searched the room, but um didn't leave a mess of it.
Okay.
What?
Interesting.
Because I can't remember. What was on the pictures? I can't remember.
I think the
Um,
accounting paperwork.
The
Accounting
accounting
info,
stuff
wasn't
from the
it?
mayor.
Oh shit.
Bugger. That's very incriminating. Shit. Oh no. Shit. Okay. Oh great. Wonderful. No fucks. Okay. What are we gonna do? Shit. Okay. I turned to Tony and I'm like, okay. So you're telling me that someone's ransacked this place, stolen the pictures, and just buggered off and kind of left it very sneakily. So this must be someone who's used to doing this kind of shit, right?
Well, I mean, it could be someone who came looking for pictures, or it could be someone who happened to find the pictures and then wondered what else might be afoot. Do we suspect our happy hostess in any way?
Oh.
That's a great question. Roll me a psychology.
Oh,
Mm.
fuck. Go on, Tony. Ah, shit. Can I roll one?
No.
Or
Yes, you can,
okay, let's do this.
but only you two, because
Yes.
hey,
All
Ooh,
right.
Reed.
Success.
Yes, then.
I'm high-fiving Reed. Yes, we're complimentary.
Woohoo! Bye
Nice.
bye.
Yeah. If you you would say that your host is incredibly nosy when she feels like
Okay.
it.
Oh, okay. So she was just being nosy. She's not like part of like working for someone, and
Well,
she's just
No,
nosy.
no, just because she's nosy doesn't mean she's not working for somebody. She's just
Oh
nosy.
fuck. Oh shit. Okay.
Okay, well, I
Shit.
guess it's not really a time where you could make a photocopy, but we know that she seems to have a certain fondness for a member of our party. Perhaps if
Oh,
they
yeah.
were to make some inquiries, you know, an exchange could be made.
Yeah, bring it on, Sugar
Are
Joe.
we pimping out Joe? Are we pimping out Joe?
It would be impossible to pimp out Joe. Joe pimps out themselves.
That's a
I'm
good
just
point,
saying,
Joe
perhaps
doesn't
we
pimp
could
out.
make them aware of the opportunity.
Joe doesn't pimp out themselves. Joe has a thing for movie stars, not boarding
Oh,
house
yeah.
owners. Hello.
Maybe she just hasn't
And-
been discovered yet. She could be in the
Joe-
pictures.
I think Reed's the one
No, you
that
should
likes
just
to
discover
pimp
it.
out people.
That's
He's
true.
also fairly old and definitely not in the usual age bracket that Sugar Joe goes for.
Reed will take her.
Reed,
AJ,
I think
you keep forgetting Reed is the stud of the group. Hello.
Yeah.
Not stud, just tart.
May I just say, I think you guys are under the misapprehension that you have to have a touchdown in order to have a good game. All right? There could be a little bit of a hushed whisper, a hand on a back. You don't have to make any big promises that it's going to be a whole business.
Oh, I feel
I'm
so
just
dirty
saying,
just listening
talk
to that.
nicely to the lady. You know how to talk nicely to a lady?
I just know how to show like a $5 bill.
I
That's
mean,
true.
that's another option as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
fire
well
out.
suited for both. It turns out.
we could approach her, right? And Joe come with us, and we approach her, and we just try and read the situation. And if she's interested in the money, we go with that. And if she's interested in some other things, we go with that.
touch of the
And
hand.
let's confer with our party. So maybe Reed, should we let the others know of this development?
Yeah,
Maybe
I think we
they're
should tell
in
them.
their. Yeah. Okay.
I think that's a good idea. Okay.
I think
It's not our
isn't
fault, though.
Reed
It's
the-
not our fault,
Reed
right?
is the most charming, though, right? Or
That would be
persuasive.
correct, unfortunately, yes. I got a 17
Charming,
charm.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think really if Reed wants their pictures back, then Reed should maybe pour on the Reed charm.
Do some leg work, some small of the back work.
There you go, Reed.
Is that
You know,
what we call
Tony,
it
you're
these
sounding
days?
such an expert
Sugar
at
Joe
this.
isn't that charming.
Yeah.
Sugar Joe's just rich.
Okay.
I've got no
Okay.
I've got no charm at all. Zero.
Well, they are mistaken for each other often, so that is true.
Yeah, that's true.
I love that.
Get in there, Reed.
God,
Get your
okay.
pictures back.
All right. Okay. Oh, Jesus. All right. Okay. All right. Let's go find this lady. Anyone want to come with me? Back up.
No.
No.
What if I can't pimp out myself or pimp out one of you, isn't it?
Oh. The sex trafficking in this game.
I could go and be a bit intimidating if the charm doesn't work.
There you
Oh
go.
my
shit.
gosh, poor lady.
Well, we don't. Well, we
We gotta threaten her now?
Okay. So we buy her out, pimp her out, or we scare the shit out of her. Those are our options.
Well, yeah.
Right.
This is a bit,
Love
Hey,
this.
here's an approach we could have. We
Mhm.
can negotiate without negotiating. Perhaps you go in and you mention that we seem to have lost some pictures,
Yeah.
and we just thought, we're going to be here for a little while we're gathering our stuff and getting ready. And if she happens to come across them as she's tidying up, we would be most appreciative and would be, we would be, and we can kind of gesture towards our pocketbooks. We would be very appreciative to find those again. So just please keep your eyes open if you happen to spot anything like that. We would be we would be in your debt.
That sounds like a good plan. Tony, why don't you come with me and remind me to say that when we get to her? And if all else
Fair
fails,
enough.
if all else fails, like we can both psychology her and see what else she'd be interested in, can't we? So
I mean, sure, yeah, we'll give it a go.
cool. All right. Come on, team. See you in a bit, guys. Wish us luck.
Good luck.
All right, you find her in the kitchen, like finishing up the sandwiches, which she hands to Tony.
Oh,
yeah,
those
There
look
you go,
amazing.
dearies. This can keep you on the road.
Thank
Oh,
you
that's
so
lovely
much.
of you. You're such a good hostess.
Now, just as we were
Stylish.
packing up, my friend did notice that unfortunately she can she'd lose her head if it wasn't attached, but she did find she had a few items missing. We just wanted to run past you, just in case you happened
Sure.
to spot them as you're tidying up here.
Yeah, because you're such a
Um,
good hostess and a housekeeper. We thought you'd be on top of things. You'd know if you see something.
What exactly are you missing?
Well, I'm a journalist. You see, I'm a photojournalist by trade. It's a very very dangerous job. It's a lot of brave people to go do that kind of job. Flex his muscles that are non-existent. So I have to take pictures of some very, very top secret things, very, hush hush things. So I unfortunately, like an idiot, left my pictures for work in the room, and they are gone, and they are very important pictures.
Oh dear, I am so sorry. I haven't seen them.
All right. Well, we're still tidying up. So if you do happen to come across them, we would just be so grateful, and we would love to reward you for your efforts and your assistance. So if you do find them as we're still packing up here, please let us know, because we certainly would appreciate your assistance with that.
Certainly, I would be happy to. And you're both welcome to roll me psychologies on that.
Okay, let's psychology that. Bum.
Oh, yes. Oh,
yeah,
brilliant.
baby. Nice.
Well, alrighty then. Yeah, she's totally lying through her teeth.
Right, so she's seen them. Wonderful. Awesome. Great. Love that
I wonder
for
if
her.
she's related to Bobby.
Oh, bugger. Can you imagine? Shit.
Actually,
Okay, so we can tell that she's lying. Oh, sorry, carry on.
Wait a second. Reed, with that extreme success, you can kind of tell that there was you kind of caught the hint of implication of as much as she would return property to people, she has to live in this town with the mayor.
Oh, the mayor got.
Oh. Whoa. Wait.
Maybe it's time to bring Dr. J and a switchblade into this conversation.
Hold on. Wait, so did she tell the mayor? Is that what you're saying?
Precisely.
The mayor asked.
Yeah.
Or would she know by looking at it that it's the mayor's?
Well, because they didn't know we took the photos, I don't think.
No.
Well, they might know
But
now.
they might have known to come look for documents or something like that. I'm just thinking, did she find them and ask about them, or was she told to look for something?
But they knew we were developing them because we asked for materials to develop the photos.
That is true.
Okay. Here, since I need to spell everything out, since this is a small town, everybody knows each other. Everybody talks to each other.
Yep.
Time
for us to leave.
Well, you don't know for sure. The odds are, if she did find something and she did realize that it was, say, incriminating pictures from the mayor's office, she would probably deliver them to the mayor.
Oh. Well, that's fun. Okay. Wonderful. Great. Love that for us. Bollocks.
I think it's time for us to go, though.
Okay.
I think we need to go see
Oh,
Father
shit.
Do we need
Divine.
it?
We're wasting a lot of time in this town, guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we've got
the
to
other
get
thing
rid-
is,
Yeah,
do
not
we
to
need
mention
the
there's a
pictures?
hand that needs to be taken.
I
Yeah.
know.
That too.
I don't
Do
think
we
have
need
to.
the information now about the mayor? Are we gonna
That's
do?
what I mean.
Are we
Is there
planning to do
any?
something about
Okay.
it?
Can I say something to the lady?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah, we were just hoping to find the copies we'd made, because as you know, it's such a bother going through the process of developing photos if you're not in a dedicated lab. And I mean, our other set of film, it's it's going to take a while if we have to develop that copy. So we just thought it would be easier to develop these if we've already got them made, just to be able to pack them for our trip. But if they don't turn up, no problem. It just would be a great convenience to us if they did. But I'm sure if 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 Reed's employer has to wait a little longer for the material they need, then that's fine. There's no problem there. But if they do come across them, we would appreciate that.
You see that she kind of has, looks like she's shocked, actually. Totally did not think about negatives. Um,
Oh.
yeah, you have negatives? Um,
Well, I mean, obviously
That's how
for
photography
the
works.
important work that a journalist is doing, I mean, certainly you need some sort of backup. Sometimes you need to develop them in a different solution for a different opacity or saturation. It's a whole thing. She can go on about it for hours. I mean, she's very technical about these things, but
I
nothing.
see. That's right. If you'll excuse me, I have to make a phone call now.
Can we get in her
Again,
way?
Dr. J
Can we
with the
get in her way?
switchblade in the kitchen. Please. Calling Dr. J
What
in
is
the
this,
kitchen
Kudo?
with a switchblade.
It was Dr. J in the kitchen with the switchblade.
Yeah,
I think we should maybe
we
get
can
out of here, you guys. Or take care of her
Yeah,
and
can we get in
silence
her
her.
way?
Come
Stop
on.
her?
well, we can say, we are heading out, so we do have to go. But just wanted to let you know, if you do find them, um, it will depend on we'll be following the developments in this town, and if there's no news, then it might not be that big of a story. There might not be much for our reporter friend to report on. But she's just gathering information. She likes to know what's going on, and
Yeah.
if something proves to be part of a bigger story, then she likes to have her notes and her photographs to go with it. But her editor might not be interested if there's nothing dramatic happening in this town going forward. There mightn't be anything. Your town might not even get mentioned in any of the big papers, so long as there's no news to report.
I'm gonna try
Um,
something as well, if that doesn't work. No,
Okay.
let that roll first. I have a backup idea.
What do you want me to
Um,
roll? And if so, what would you want me to roll?
ooh, great question.
Persuade?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll let you do a persuade on that.
Go on, Tony. Go on, Tony. You got this.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
all
You
right.
could burn.
Yeah, you could.
I would
You
burn
got enough?
if I have enough. Yeah, let me check.
There's 7.
Mm.
So that would get me 14, but then I would be lowered, eh? 7. Oh yeah, my luck's 51. Yeah, I can burn that.
Yeah.
So I could burn 7 out of my 51. Yeah, if the keeper allows it.
If you want to, yeah, by all means.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I think that might be a good one to do.
Mm.
She
Is this
still looks
switchblade not
jumpy
cool?
and nervous.
Oh, sorry.
And
I'm trying to edit it. Sorry, guys.
No worries, it's fine. She still looks very jumpy and nervous, and it's like, look, I really need to make a phone call.
Okay.
How long are you staying
This
in
is where-
town? This is
Sorry. Okay, this is
Um,
where I would
what-
grab her hand and stop her from talking. I'd grab her hand and I'd go, look, you seem like a really nice lady, okay? Whatever the mayor is doing for you, I promise you, we can look after you much better than he can, all right? All you gotta do is give us those photos back, and we'll remember not to say your name or anything to do with you in our reports, okay? I promise. We'll leave you alone. We're just doing this as part of our job, okay? We don't want to cause any trouble, and you're a very nice lady, and we promise you, whatever he's giving you, we can give you so much better. So stay quiet.
She pulls her hand back. You don't understand. He's already got the photos. I can't give you anything. And moreover, since you have the negatives, let me call him. He will want a meeting with you.
We need to leave right now.
Oh.
We don't have
We
the
need to get in the
negatives.
car.
They've already been forwarded onto the office.
And we need to go.
Yeah, we don't have them anymore. We've got no control over this.
We need to leave town
What?
because we don't care about this place. We need to get back and find out Hewitt Cooper from Father Divine. Focus, please, people. Who cares
Okay.
about the stupid pictures? We don't
Try not to
care.
get us killed.
We don't care about the mayor. We care nothing. We did what we were supposed to do. Let's go.
Are you saying this out loud where she can hear you?
No.
No. No.
No,
No.
that's out of character.
I'm trying to convince her to not make that phone call.
Oh, okay, I'll shut up.
We could get
No, you're
into
right.
trouble now. This could stir a whole lot of stuff before we even get out down.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about them chasing us. I suppose we're faster.
Do we have
though,
the
we've got a decent
negatives?
car.
Do we have
Yeah.
the negatives? So
We
why
should
do we
do,
need
right?
the pictures? Can we not
That's a
just
good
go?
point. That's a good point. Yeah, all right, fair enough. On that, I think I look at Tony and I'm like, right, we're gonna have to leg it. Let's just run. Bolt. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave before the mayor comes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does everyone have everything loaded into the vehicle? If you need a few more moments
that's
to
the
do
thing,
that.
You didn't have any. You already packed up everything but the photos
Yep.
before.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were only
grand.
came back for the photos, so we're
All
good.
right.
I think we can just run.
All right.
Because, I mean,
Yeah.
really, you guys, we only infiltrated the mayor's office to find out more information about the situation with Heaven. And we've resolved that.
That's true.
And
That's
I
true.
know,
whatever
I know.
we learned about the mayor, we don't really give a shit now, right? Because we've resolved it.
That's true.
So,
I just don't want them chasing after us and killing us.
well, who cares?
Yeah,
They got
my-
the
my
pictures back.
only-
Let's go. They don't know who we are. Let's just leave.
Yeah.
Point.
Well, I guess because the mayor will be talking with the KKK and all of that, so I'm assuming that they'll connect it, assuming we're mafia people. So that's why all I want to leave her with the message is that, you know, if there's no reason to make a big deal of anything, there'll be no reason to make a big deal. But that's up to the mayor.
I guess,
So-
but they don't know the people they met on the bridge were the people that were here at the boarding house.
That's true. We use different names. You're right. Never gave them our
Mm.
name. And in the boarding house, did we give them fake names? Or did we give them our actual?
I don't think we'd give them our
Mm.
real names. We're not that dumb. Are we?
Well,
No.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well,
No.
well,
Uh-huh.
actually, yeah, because even the doc gave a fake name at
And
the
Sugar Joe has been female
bridge, right?
presenting, right? In this town.
yeah,
That's
And that's not
true.
really who
Yeah,
And
Sugar
we
we're
Joe
have-
is.
Isaiah and Chastity.
That's
Yeah,
right,
you're right.
that's right.
Actually,
That's right.
no, that's a good point. They don't know it's us. We look completely
So
different when
I
we're
think
mobster
we're
Okay.
using
to
a lot
when
of
we're.
energy
in
on
this
the
town.
mayor where we don't need to. They don't even
Yeah.
know
All
these
right.
two
True.
groups are connected.
Well, if
Okay.
That's fair.
everything's packed up in the vehicle, then let's head. And
Yeah.
if we want
go.
to, if we're concerned about a phone call, we could always, you know, interrupt the phone line or something. But to delay if we're worried that we won't get out of town. But if we don't care, let's just make our way and you know.
Yeah, and
I
can.
think you're
the
falling for
next
the
time
red
we find a
herring a little
phone-
too much, maybe. Like, I think we
No,
need
Can't
to
help
get
us.
the
We
hell
like
out
the
of
taste
here
of fish.
before they get the sheriff
That's
on
true.
us, right?
All right, all right. Yep, yep.
Yeah, because you're right.
In
They
fact,
won't
we
know
probably
it's us.
shouldn't
So
have
if they do
even
try and
come
chase
back.
us.
But hindsight,
Yeah.
right? Is 50.
All right.
So let's make a move now, because Missy's gone off to the phone, and that's going to get the sheriff's interest. And we want to get out of town
Let's
because
go.
the sheriff will be looking for us
Let's go.
All right.
for the
Well,
negatives.
I'm still taking my sandwiches.
Get the sandwiches, of course. We want the sandwiches.
That's true.
Yes, the
I think we have
sandwiches
the
perfectly safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phew. Priorities, guys. Priorities.
Are you just like running out of town before anything can happen? Is that the deal?
I think so.
I
I
think
think that would be
We've
the
got
wise
bigger
idea.
fish to fry
Yeah.
at Father Divine's house,
Because we're stirring it up again.
which we
with
don't
new
need
people.
to.
And
We don't need to.
the guy with the hand, we might not necessarily need to do the guy with
I
the
don't
hand
think we need to
situation
do the
because
guy
we've
with the
already
hand
spooked
either.
them
No offense.
now.
Let's
Well,
just go.
put it this way.
We're good.
We'll put it in our back pocket. If we have to return, we have that option. But for now,
That's
let's
true.
just maybe hit the road.
Vamos. Okay,
Jack.
let's
Yeah.
vamos.
Alrighty.
Right.
On the road you go.
On the road again.
And
I can't wait to
and
get on the road
so
again.
you can give me 2 drive checks to get you back to New York City.
One's a big fail.
Nice.
The other's
Uh-oh.
a big fail.
Uh-oh. Shit.
Of all the times to fail.
bollocks.
Oh,
I knew it. They're gonna catch
You
up
had
to us and
one
we're gonna get
job.
killed.
You had one
I
job.
had one freaking job, and I didn't fail by a
I
little.
knew it.
I
That
failed
sheriff.
by a lot. Fuck
That sheriff's
me.
gonna get us.
I'm just going to say that you have trouble with a tire that seemed to be a little bit flat for part of the way, and you got some more air in it, and then you went back on the road, and then the tire it was just done.
Right, love that for us. Okay.
Oh, Mabel, can you change my tire, please? There's a spare in the boot.
I can change it.
Thank
Okay, Joe. I'm
you.
just a bit worried because I want to get her done. I'm going to get this tire done before the mayor comes first.
I have a crowbar.
Well,
Oh,
hopefully
yeah,
it
you
Okay.
do.
happened out in the highway somewhere. And my boot has a crowbar and all that kind of stuff in it, too.
Okay.
Okie dokes. So Mabel's going to go and change the tire.
Must have been all
Because
those
Mabel's
pickled
used to
carrots I
working on
ate.
mechanical stuff.
Is she?
Okay.
Is she?
Is anybody keeping watch?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
In
all.
fact, I'm going to go and, considering everything that's happening, I'm going to go and pick my shotgun out.
I was going to say, get the shotgun.
Maybe hide
And
in the
just
bush.
kinda
Get a shotgun.
put it,
Yeah.
and
I'm going to be
And
like,
put it-
all you guys, get out of the car. It's hard to change a tire where you're all just sat there.
Exactly.
Can I use my photography, my camera to look through my camera so I have a better vision?
Like
Can I
a
do that?
zoom?
Yeah.
They have.
I have a zoom
I don't
lens.
think they have zooms. I don't think they have zooms.
Yeah, they
No.
don't have such advanced optics.
No.
Think you were
Right.
No, you would actually need real binoculars or
I
telescopes.
have
or
not, but
something.
it
binoculars.
would help.
So
Oh,
I have
Oh,
there you
binoculars.
go.
I
There
do
you
have
go.
binoculars in my possession.
Wicked. Okay. Yeah, because I'm just
Right.
working my spot hidden shit. So.
In that
Binoculars,
case,
yes.
fine. Whoever's keeping watch can give me a spot hidden, and whoever's using the binoculars gets a bonus.
Nice. Okay, who has the highest spot hidden? Because they should use the binoculars to make sure they doubly get it, like an extreme.
I don't think my
Um,
spot hidden is good. Let me just double check.
my spot hidden is pretty good.
Oh, my
I have
spot hidden. is good too.
75.
I got
Okay.
77.
Nice.
Hey!
Take the binoculars. Double it.
All right.
Take the
Alright.
binoculars.
Okay.
All right, I'm doing binocularless.
Oh, yes.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, damn!
Good job.
Fuck, that's good.
Woohoo!
Hard
Good
success.
job, everybody.
Holy
Oh
shit,
my
yo.
god.
We're very observant.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're
very-
good.
A little
fucking
shook up
paranoid at
from
this
this
moment in
morning,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want to get killed.
Yeah. As you keep an eye out, you see nothing of note.
Oh,
Oh, that was a waste.
Yes.
That was the best news.
It's a
That's
good
what
point.
we
It's a
want.
good point. That's all right. No one's chasing us. Okay, we're fine. Thank God.
gotta keep us on our toes.
Yeah, I genuinely thought we were gonna get chased down by the sheriff and like shot to shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, that would have been a fabulous idea if I had that prepared, but I don't.
Oh, thank God.
Thank
God.
you.
Um,
Okay, Reed, stop
I
talking.
actually would.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Stop. Just stop.
Okay,
Don't give
tire
me
done.
ideas.
Anyway, you've finished this chapter, so character improvements, people,
Woohoo!
Oh, I
and
didn't
more
do that.
importantly, I want you all to roll a d6, and that's how much
D6.
sanity you get back from dealing with the clan.
Oh,
Oh, I
yeah,
get to get sanity
baby.
back.
Yeah.
I only got 2.
Nice.
Three sanity back.
Okay, Daddy needs some new brain cells. Come on. D6.
Because your sanity's low, isn't it?
3.
no.
Oh, we're not doing great, but you know, that's something.
That's okay. That's okay.
All right. We're at 29 of 99, so now we're at 32.
It's looking healthier.
So do we?
It's
Oh,
getting
sorry.
improvement.
No, I didn't. Do we? I don't know. Do we add more than what we started with? If we, can we do that?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, so long as you don't exceed 99%, which
Okay. Cool.
Oh.
you're in no danger of.
No.
Showing off your sanity.
All right. Yes.
So we can do improvements, right?
Yeah.
That's all the ones we've
Yeah,
ticked.
so everything that you have checked, roll improvements.
Okay.
No, not sanity.
Okay.
And you're
And
looking to fail.
this is where you want to fail.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay. How
Reed,
many?
you failed your
Yeah.
climb.
Okay.
So you roll a
So-
d10
Okay.
and you add that to your climb skill. So
Woo!
add 5 to your
55.
climb.
Fuck me. I've passed every one of the ones that I ticked. Oh well. All right. Let me
Oh,
untick
God.
them in yet.
How
please.
comes I've got a hard success the first time when I wanted to fail? Jesus
I
Christ.
know.
Yeah, apparently Sugar Joe learned from
Oh, I had to persuade. That's good.
Kurt
Persuade.
driving
Oh, man.
excitement.
See, I
Yes.
had a. Did you see the hard success? I had an extreme success for
Psychology.
stealth. God. Anyway, it doesn't
I've
matter.
just gone up to
Failed everything.
39 spot hidden.
Oh, that's
Woo!
good.
Ooh, that's awesome. I'm no longer
All right, I
slightly
think
useless.
that's okay. So let me do my ones. We got a persuade, we got a psychology, we got a sleight of hand, and a spot hidden.
Damn, that's hard.
Okay,
And-
so I failed those 3, and then I roll a what for them?
Look at that failure.
Yeah, spot hidden.
Right
Oh.
Look at that,
Nice.
Joe.
D10.
Yeah, you roll a d10 and you add that if you failed.
That's so
D10.
awesome.
Sweet. Okay, thank you. Okay,
Nice.
so this
Failing everything. This
will be
is
for the
awesome.
Oh, fuck.
D10 for
I
persuade.
passed every single one of them. It's like, dang. Oh, that's okay.
Yay.
Oh,
We got
more
6 for
stealthy.
persuade.
Oh, only got
So,
one.
Aw.
Oh,
Oh,
51.
I'm a
Oh,
loser,
that's a shame.
baby. So why don't you shoot me?
51. Okay. And then another D.
That's pretty much it.
D10. That's for the second one. Ooh, a
Oh,
10.
what about
Whoa,
luck?
nice.
Do we do our luck recovery?
That was persuade
Yes, I was about
psychology. 10.
I was
Oh, we
going
do
to
luck as
remind you
well.
when everybody was done.
Okay, I'll wait.
Oh,
okay. I will wait then.
same.
Psychology. And then sleight of hand, I'm going to do a 10 for.
Oh, baby.
And we got a 7, so that's 47. Ooh, I'm getting a better magician.
It's all them books.
And then spot hidden I succeeded, so I don't adjust that. Okay, edit mode. Whoop whoop. Okay, thank you.
Fantastic.
We
In
can
that
look.
case, yes. Yes, so now you roll luck, and if you fail, you
Ah.
get to improve it.
Okay.
One time.
Yes. And it's the same
Fumble.
thing, D10?
Oh jeez.
Yes, it's a D10. It's a D10, yes.
Oh, yes.
Wow. Shit, that's
I'll take
good.
that. Yeah.
3.
Hey.
Luck. Luck. Sorry, I roll luck and what?
If
And
you
if you
fail,
fail-
you get a D10. You get to add a D10 to it.
Which, yeah. You're doing now.
Yeah, baby.
We're a very lucky, unlucky group.
Yeah, baby.
Whoa, 10.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
good
that's
job
good.
for Joe.
Alright.
Okay, Joe is rolling all the luck for the rest of us.
Mabel, you get to add 7
That's nice.
That's
7
good.
to your luck.
Sweet.
That's good. Oof.
Oh. Excuse me.
Oh, bugger.
What? You got it. You can add 7.
I can if it didn't have a 1 in it.
Oh.
No, you don't need to take it. You don't need to take notes on that. It was just
Okay.
if we the only thing I wanted you to have lying around was your original luck, just in case we needed to revert back to that for some reason. But
Oh, okay.
your luck can go up or down as the case may be.
Gotcha,
Mabel,
gotcha.
what's a D6 for? Mabel,
Sorry,
what's
Um,
the D6 for?
an
The
accident.
luck?
No,
No, it's a
no.
D10.
I did do a D10.
Right.
I've done that. Don't worry.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
she just made a mistake.
Mistaken roll.
Okay, that was
I got
just a
carried
random
away with
extra roll.
pressing my dice. Pardon?
Oh, well, if it makes you happy to continue randomly rolling, that
I know. I think if I keep rolling, all the bad ones will go away, and I'll start
Trying to get all the bad
being
luck out, eh?
successful. Yeah.
Oh, it's Joe's luck 69.
I did the math. Trust Joe's have that number.
Yeah, just shows they have that number.
Again, you guys, I'm not the stud in the group.
You're not
That's
the-
Reed. If it was a movie star with platinum blonde
Reed
hair with a
tries,
slight
whereas Joe
German accent,
succeeds.
100%.
You're in.
Yeah, but it's not Marlena Dietrich, then it's not my type.
Not yet. The game is still going on.
Yeah.
We'll see what comes up.
Alrighty. Anyway, you all make it back. Are you going directly back to Father Divine's mansion, or are you heading someplace else in the New York City area?
I think we need to find Ann Hewitt Cooper.
Yeah, so let's just
Let's
go
go
right
back,
straight
right
back
back.
to him.
The Father Divine.
Yeah.
Get that pitch.
Does anybody need to resupply on anything? We can just say we stopped in New York for
But we didn't
blah,
really
blah, blah.
use any supplies, did we? We didn't
No.
have any
Okay.
confrontation. We
No.
had
Like,
Dr.
he's
J
got
Talked her
being
way out of it.
mean looking. Maybe buy
Yeah,
Dr. J.
single-handedly.
You're not.
We buy Dr. J a
You're
pack
not
of
getting
smokes.
pulled back.
Here you go, Dr. J.
I was gonna say maybe Dr. J wants some like bubble bath to recoup from that outlay of all of that intimidation.
Yeah, there you go. Some
I
lavender
think
face
just picking
mask.
up another
or-
pack of smoke would be good.
There you go.
Or
Do we
hell,
want
maybe like
any-
a little booty call it with Miranda.
Oh
Yeah, there you
Hey,
go.
I should reward myself.
Miranda.
Do we want any explosives or anything like that? Is there anything that we went,
Oh.
oh, why don't we have this?
That's
Well,
a good point.
why don't we find
Explosives.
out
Yes.
where Anne is first before we get crazy
yes.
with buying explosives?
Okay.
Before we figure out
Because we
whether
might have
need
to take a
blow
plane
shit
or
up.
something, right?
Well,
Yeah.
that's
I
true.
suppose.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think
maybe
they had
don't
as
let
serious security in those days, though,
explosives.
on the
You
planes.
could, you could put hand grenades and dynamite in your
In your hand luggage. it'd
hand
be-
luggage.
Yeah. It's
yes,
carry
but
on size.
also you have to ask why would the keeper let you have explosives when nobody has demolitions? But one
I do. I have
digresses.
demolition.
Exactly.
I do. I have one in demolition. I have
You have
one.
one.
Yes.
Oh my God.
But-
No,
No,
do not.
no. That does not count as anything. That is default that everybody has.
It's on
Yeah.
additional. I've literally got it on additional. Under my additional skills, I've literally put the word demolition, and then I've put 1 point in it.
Oh my god.
It's there.
I know, but no,
Oh my
no.
god.
Even
No.
Dr. J is like, no,
Just
do
no.
not let children play
No.
with
You gotta stick to being the stud, Bree.
No.
We all have our roles. You are the stud.
All right.
Yes,
Like-
really,
Pyro.
really charming stud.
Oh my god.
Radio. Let me change maps back to Father Divine's.
All right. Well, I found a new book for me to read, which is Pointers About Blasting, some information about high explosives, caps, fuses, their uses and abuses. From
Oh.
which is an old book I found a scan of. So I'm like, all right. I'm going to be keeping an eye open for this type of material when we're in a bookstore or a shop or whatever, because I'm always trying to rotate my books out. So
Yeah. That's the only way that's really going to fly is if you as Andrea decide to use your free rolls to improve your demolition skills.
but I don't want demolition. I want just the blasting caps, which are used as detonators, so that I can rig up those little tree blasts. I'm not looking to blow up a cave. I just want people to think we have firepower we don't have. I'm not trying to do any like crazy mining shit. I just want to see if I can get like a small, tiny charge. But I'd like to keep my fingers, which is why I like to read first.
I would probably want you to get some points in theatrics in that regard, then.
Ooh.
Okay.
But
Okay.
one digresses. And
Fair
that
enough.
being a class, you to have a default of 5. But one digresses. Anyway, it's late in the afternoon, early evening when you make it back to New York City, and somebody was waiting for you, and you're taken back to meet with Father Divine. He's smiling, and I've heard what you did. I'm not exactly sure precisely what you did, but it sounds like everything is fine there. Thank you.
Well, we're glad it's worked out for everyone. Any
Indeed.
We worked hard.
Anyway,
didn't-
as I was about
Oh, sorry.
to
Go ahead.
say,
Go ahead.
I was going to tell you where Anne
Please do.
was last I spoke with her.
Yep.
Wonderful.
She's in Fume.
What?
Where,
Italy?
sorry?
Gesundheit.
Oh, I thought you said Cuba. I'm like, whoa, Cuba? We're going to Italy? Is that where
Fume.
she is?
And actually, do any of your characters pay attention to international news?
I do.
Where
Tony's
was
always
she?
reading newspapers.
Joe does. Joe's
Reads
international.
journalism. Yeah.
Joe
Where's
has
Fume?
Yes.
lived in England and Scotland and served in World War One.
Oh, Fume.
Yes. In that case, you would know what Fume is. It's a little city that I think that was technically Croatia or Serbia, but it's kind of been annexed by Italy at this time, and it's sort of a free city where all sorts of people go. It actually sounds like a really happening city where
Ooh.
hot and cold running drugs, sex parties, pretty much everywhere.
Joe would definitely know.
Did we say sex parties?
Oh, Joe would know.
And why?
Yes.
Wow.
Why
you
take
had
tell,
These Europeans.
Joe.
why
Joe would
tell
know.
Father Divine would she be going to Fume? That doesn't quite seem in keeping with, the culture that you have here with your community.
Well, why wouldn't it be? She's actually on a mission with some of my other folks there.
Oh, you have a mission.
To well, we this is the International Peace Mission Movement. We've got we've got buildings all over the world and are looking for followers everywhere. And we want to spread the word. And for such a hedonistic city, that seemed like a good place.
That makes sense
yeah,
now
very
that
good.
you
So
put it
Anne
that way,
has
Father
gone there
Divine.
to
Very much so.
spread the word for you? Is that why Anne is there?
She's a missionary.
Absolutely. Yes. It just
Okay.
seems safer for her to be out of the country. For as long as possible before she becomes 21. So that's where she is.
All right.
All right.
So
Interesting.
you know about the threats she faces.
I know something about those. I get the sense that I don't know everything, and that's quite all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can arrange airfare for you if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yep.
Wow.
Someone else
Yep.
paying would be great.
Yep.
Do we need a passport? I don't actually have a passport. I don't even think I got my
Oh,
birth
shit.
certificate on me.
I think they had real big requirements around
They,
passport.
they they had papers back then, but I don't know the hardcore how serious the requirement that was. I'm pretty sure that you would need something resembling papers to leave the country, but um, we'll just say that it's relatively easy to get and it's not that big a deal. And Sugar Joe already has some.
Oh, there you go.
I have to go back
So-
to the farm, do I, to get anything from my parents?
I'm
like
sure
my
I have a big
baptism
fancy New York City
certificate?
lawyer that could help us out, Mabel, to facilitate
Okay,
whatever
that's cool. Because
documents you
I
need.
don't
Yeah,
want to go back to the farm.
Yeah.
Wouldn't Father Divine know
Exactly.
some
Leave.
people in high places that he could, wouldn't he have connections and stuff? We'd
That's
be
a good
fine,
point
right?
too.
Yeah.
Either or, we can get the
Do
papers.
any
Right?
I'm
do any
terribly sorry. I can help you with the airfare, but not so much with the passports.
Oh. Oh, come on, bro. God damn it. All
That's
right.
fine. We can figure that out relatively quickly.
well certainly yeah.
Or I'm
Mm.
pretty sure, don't I fly? I don't know. I know I boat. I wonder if I fly.
Well, we just
Fly?
heard you drive, so
Shut up.
It's a long
No, you are
flight.
not driving across the ocean. I'm not allowing that. Nice try.
No,
No.
I'm just saying those rolls didn't go great. I don't
Yeah.
know if we can change a tire for the plane.
While I was flying. Let's
Tony's
face it.
getting a
A
little bit
fail.
uppity today. Let's see. Let's just cast
Look, he didn't
cast
sleep
the
last
stones,
night,
Tony.
okay? He's
Cast
a little
the stones.
grumpy.
Tony. Next time you need money,
Wow.
forget it.
All right, well.
I'm sure I could
All right, we're
hire. I'm
going
sure
to
someone in
fuel.
my family has a private plane. I'm sure I can hire a
Yeah.
private
Right.
pilot to fly us directly
And
there.
how far? I don't think we'd get all the way directly to Italy or to somewhere in Eastern Europe.
Oh, take a train.
Probably.
We'd get to stop at places on the way because we'd have to refuel.
Montage.
Woo!
Newfoundland.
Woo! We'd see
So
Ireland
are
and
you
England and France.
are you taking Father Divine up on his offer of
Paying?
airfare, or are you going to rely on Sugar Joe to get a private plane?
Actually, let's have him play
I
because I'm running out of money. But if you don't mind,
Yeah.
Keeper, I have Sugar Joe's New York lawyer facilitate getting Mabel and anyone else who needs travel documents done. Would that be all right? Keeper?
Yes, and I'm going to say that just because I can, you're stuck in New York City for a week,
Oh, thank
wonderful.
Oh,
rounding up paperwork.
that's okay.
God. Nice.
I can
Tony
do
wants to find a phrase book for Italian, Hungarian, and German.
Smart.
Well,
I'm
that's a good
concerned
idea.
anyway that Anne is a missionary. Like, why am I rescuing a missionary?
Is she a missionary though? Is
Well,
she?
is she?
She said.
She's going to a place where there's sex parties. Is she a missionary? You know?
She's away from her
There's
mother,
such a
which
thing
is
as
good.
hooking for Jesus. That's what the Manson family would do. So
Hey,
I mean,
Jesus was besties with sex workers, all right?
Yeah.
Jen hooking for Jesus?
It's
Well,
true.
I was
We're not
just going to
saying
make
this
a
to-
comment about the missionary position, but one
oh,
digresses.
there you go. There you go. There you go.
One way of
Right.
taking someone's
Do y'all,
weapon, isn't there?
do you all want to do anything in particular while you're cooling your heels for a week?
Sugar
I will
Joe,
say that
sorry.
go ahead.
No, Sugar Joe would go see Ann Cooper Hewitt's paternal aunt, who is his friend who set him on this goose chase in the first place, and go and have lunch with her at the Savoy and bring her up to date.
That's a good idea.
And see if she has any further information, or if she's up to date on if she's gotten anything from other family members or her other connections that she was seeing, like if she has any more information. But I want to, because she's my motivation to be in this, I'd want to just bring her up to date where we're at, where we think Anne may be, and to make sure that her mother still doesn't know where Anne is.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I want to do, really, besides have a bath.
and Mabel, because Mabel secretively actually likes libraries. So I'm going to go to the library to learn about this area because I have no idea where it is. Because, of course, I have a good American education, and I thought, like Italy was probably somewhere in some state somewhere. So, yeah, I'm going to go to the library and find out a bit of stuff, and so I don't seem like an absolute idiot when we get there and know what they kind of eat and what clothes I should wear.
Tony's on the exact same wavelength. He just wants to spend the week trying to gather what he can in terms of like maps, phrase books, this type of thing, because he just loves carrying around that type of stuff. So he might even join Mabel at the library for filling a little notebook or something like that.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I think
Excellent.
I might do as well, because Reader studies anthropology, so their anthropological senses would be tingling, and they'd be like, I need to know about this place before I settle in, and I need to know about these people and their customs. So I'm going to read some cultural stuff to do with the place that we're going.
What, you just want to be able to get the right people at the sex parties? Is that it?
Hey, you got to learn how to impress them somehow, right?
Woo! And Tony's going to teach us what words we need to say. Move over,
Yeah.
not just there.
Buongiorno.
To the right.
Reed, I don't know if there's a way to develop film in, like, if there's a private little booth, or if you want to maybe try to make a call or send a telegram to any news centers there, or make a contact, if that would be useful to you if you needed to use your camera.
That's not a bad idea, because I was originally thinking earlier when we were talking about the negatives and stuff, I was thinking I could always post them to my paper with a salacious story about the mayor and try and get the mayor in trouble by then publishing a big story about him and get him into big trouble. That could work. Just as a kind of like a fuck you. Just like a,
I think. Well, the thing is, I was blustering about the photographic negatives. I don't know if you have any. I just thought I would mention them.
I would keep them, because like I would have used them to develop, and then I think we did talk about developing them somewhere else as well to get a better job, because we developed them but not well. So I think we did keep them. I do remember us developing them and it being a bit shit. So
okay.
Yeah.
So Dr. J is going to swallow her pride and reach out to the family and try to get a lay of the land with regards to any mob connection, family connections in Italy, and particularly northern Italy, and because I think it's near northern Italy. And
it's actually kind of across the sea, but yes.
Yeah. But see if there's any kind of connection she might need to know of in case things go south in a few.
Smart.
Oof.
And I'm going to send a
That.
letter home because I'm so excited to tell them I'm
Mhm.
going to foreign parts.
Aw.
Yeah, and just in case I don't make it back and I'm dead, and you know these foreigners, you never know. I could die because of the food, so I'm just gonna say, dear Ma, tell her how things are going.
Guess
But I'm
what?
not gonna tell her about the drinking and the women and getting into trouble.
No. You're doing your own version of Pink Pony Club.
I'm gonna tell her I've got a job in an office with an Italian, and he's gonna take me away to foreign parts. But I don't
Oh,
have to
there
have
you
sex
go.
with him.
Oh,
Speaking of foreign parts,
Oh.
um.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was good.
Um. Be glad that you're not speaking that out loud to the family there, because I'd make you roll for it. But I will remind you that Marion is having her gala thing, and it's this week before you leave.
Marion Scala. Okay.
Who's Marion again?
Oh,
Is that
Marion
who
right.
Cooper
Dr.
Hewitt,
J was banging?
as
Or?
in mommy.
Right.
No, this is Anne's mommy.
Oh,
Who's the
crap.
problem?
Maybe we should
Isn't
sabotage
she a
that.
nasty, nasty lady? Yeah, isn't she
Oh.
not a very nice lady?
So maybe
think
we
we
should
can get
go.
She's
in?
actually downright terrible.
Yeah, okay,
She's
cool.
an evil woman.
Right.
But maybe we should
But we
go
should
and
maybe
spy on
check
her, you
that out.
guys.
I think so.
Let's
I
go
think
spy.
I think that would be good. I
We
realized
might
when I
check out
went
the
back.
old lady.
I realized when I looked at my bio, I this is my connection to Anne. When I look at my backstory, oh no, that's not it. It's bio. Uh, I the mother Anne Hewitt's mother came to me to see if I would operate on her. I turned her away, outraged at the thought of this. I severely berated her about suggesting violation of her bodily integrity. So, I know I know
You know the mother.
I know the mother.
She would
Yeah.
recognize you.
Yeah.
You might have to dye your hair
Oh.
blonde or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
Platinum
no,
Well, I
it's
blonde,
guess
Dr. J.
baby.
We gotta disguise you if we're gonna go to this thing, so she wouldn't recognize you.
Well,
Okay,
Dr.
I might.
J, were you
Sorry.
presenting as female or male at the time that she came to you?
I would have been female because I was because she would have come to me during my work with doing helping women with certain things.
She
I
wears
think that's
skirts.
what she.
Excellent. So,
Yeah.
if you go in a suit,
True.
you
I
should
could
have
try to
most of the
pass.
issues.
Yeah. Yes, I'll pass it. See if I could pass as a man.
Hey, did we get to roll on our pass as a man stat as part of our skill improvement?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was more of an assigned thing. It wasn't really
Right.
Okay,
actual points.
gotcha.
Right.
It's really just more about your appearance.
Right.
Understood.
Right.
Anyway, who's hanging out in the library again? That was
I am.
Mabel, Tony, and Reed,
Tony.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
Excellent. The three of you, library checks, please.
Okay.
Ooh. I'm excited to fail, so at least I can put a
Me
dot
too.
there.
No, I think
Who
it's
else
passed.
uses the word?
No. You need to succeed before you get the check.
Yeah.
Oh no, succeed! Oh no.
You need to be succeed.
That's
Oh.
right.
Oh,
Yay!
Mabel!
Woohoo!
Oh
Woohoo!
shit!
Mabel, yeah,
At last.
okay. Right. So Tony, Reed, you end up reading fun stuff in the library, and be very glad that you did not fumble.
Oh boy.
Mabel, what were you reading up on? Just
I
few
was
where it
reading up
is
on
and what's
like
going on.
yeah, I wanted to know a bit about the culture, the geography, maybe just one or two words, what to expect. So I'm expecting, like when I land, I can seem a bit more like I know what the hell I'm doing.
Excellent. Well, I can break out the notes for that, but well, no, Reed, you can't. Um,
I thought if
if
you
you
split
want to do
difference to
that was
read.
before you. No. That would be before you failed the check for the library.
Oh.
As for the anthropology stuff, I might let you do that if you remember to ask when you
Okay.
actually hit the ground there.
Okay. Okay, I'll remember. Okay, cool.
She's excited.
Will you? Really?
Yes. It's the only thing I've got 17. Yes, I'll remember.
We'll just go, is anybody here an anthropologist?
Yeah.
You can try.
Alright, sorry.
Right, yeah.
Interrupted your thing.
Yeah, no. I'm breaking out the notes from Fume because I wasn't I wasn't sure if how far you were going to get today, so I didn't have these queued up. But
That's fair, that's fair. Actually, I might go to
yeah.
the washroom, so I'm going to mute myself here. I'll be back shortly.
Alrighty, so here, this is effectively what Mabel has learned, and you can go and watch that later if you desire. It's relatively short, but let me tell you about Fume. Homosexuality was welcome. Group sex, very common. Cocaine, absolutely everywhere. Or other drugs. Um, you had artists, intellectuals, anarchists, proto-fascists, all hanging out together. Don't forget the part where I said proto-fascists. Emphasis on fascist.
Oh.
They did have a constitution. Well, that's the thing. They're kind of a mishmash of a little bit of everything. This was kind of an era when uh, the fascists were still kind of figuring themselves out.
Fascists with an identity
Anyway,
crisis.
Well,
yes, and they did.
Yeah.
They also had a constitution that guaranteed equality of genders, ethnicities, and religions, universal free education and healthcare, suffrage for both men and women, and equal pay and a minimum wage.
Wow.
Wow.
They also had Arditi, which are basically, you know, think SS, but before the SS. They were effectively the secret police, think jackbooted thugs. They also weren't all that keen on the new regime and singled out Serbs and Croats. And the place is run by Gabrielle D'Annunzio. Do you want more on Gabrielle D'Annunzio?
Yeah, who's that?
Yeah.
Alrighty. He had a secret plan to destabilize Yugoslavia, pitting the Bosnians, Croatians, Slovenes, and Montenegrins against the Serbs. He had a lot of military parades, speeches, and let's just say the crowds went absolutely fucking wild for him. He replaced the traditional military salute with the Roman one. And let's just say when you see the Roman salute, you'll know it. It's the right hand raised straight out, you know,
Yeah.
Sig Heil.
Hail Caesar.
Yeah, something like that. He did look at things like the swastika as a possible symbol, but he didn't go there. And he did march on Fume to take the place over with his Arditi. And yeah, he also has half a battleship on the lawn of his mansion.
Like you do.
Um, yeah, serious dude is a serious narcissist. And with that extreme success, I will also mention that uh, with the troubles going on in Ireland, there were a lot of IRA type folks buying weapons and running weapons from Fume back to Ireland. So, Mabel, you got a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
fuck ton.
Woo! One of my few successes.
Yeah, don't forget to give yourself a check for that, because holy crap.
Did.
I know.
Alrighty. Anyway, shall we go to Sugar Joe visiting Violet? It was Violet, right?
Was it?
That's the person who gave us the
set you off on
mission,
this.
Yeah, that was Violet.
I should probably read my bio just like Dr. J did.
It was
What the hell is going on?
It was at the Paris. It was at the Paris Club. She told us to go look for Anne. Specifically told you to go look for Anne, and it was definitely Violet. Yeah, I remember that.
Wow, good job. I don't.
You know why? It's because I had to write a bloody paper on it, didn't I?
Oh, there you go.
That's what my dissertation was. Yeah. So the amount of times I've watched that clip is a lot of time. Got
Oh,
it memorized.
fantastic. Violet. Yay.
Violet.
I'm just looking over my bio and I'm like, where is it? Don't have it.
Actually, I'm not sure why you put it in encounters with strange entities, unless, of course, the Ultra Witch count as strange entities, which, I can see that
There's
being
just
argued.
probably no room. Yeah, I see it there now. Thank you. Sarah
Yeah,
Hewitt,
but
daughter of... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you.
So
Yeah, go for it.
not Violet, but Sarah
So
Hewitt.
I think Violet Schwartz was somebody else's link to the whole deal.
Yeah, the doctors, the Dr. Irving.
We all knew Violet, didn't we?
Dr. Irving did, and then Dr. Irving sat with her at the table, and then we came over as friends of the doc and sat around the table and had a chat. But the doc knew Violet, I believe.
Oh, there you go.
I think that's how it played out. There you go. Because there was like a bouncer called Tiny involved, and we nearly got chucked out because we pissed off Tiny. and Joe was dancing with about 4 women at once. I do remember that.
I what?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no. At the time, you were definitely in the running to become. Yes, it was. You were in the running to be part of the party tart, but alas,
I think
Reed
I
has
just like to
usurped you.
dance, to be honest. I like to dance and I like to sing. That's all.
Yeah.
Like the party.
You like to have a party. Yeah.
That's right.
You like to have a good time.
Yeah, just don't like clingy chicks.
Excellent.
I just hate clingy chicks.
I will tell you that the real Joe Carstairs actually also dated Delulu Bankhead once upon a time too.
Yes. Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So cool.
Which. Yes, and you remember the quote from the drug section, right?
Yep. My father told me about something or something, but he didn't tell me about women and cocaine.
There you go.
Men and booze.
Yes.
And then,
yes.
Yeah.
Men and booze, yes, as opposed to women and cocaine. Yes, that is indeed her quote.
Such a good quote. So good.
Anyway, yes, you meet with Sarah at the Savoy. Oh, good. Joe, you're back. What can you tell me? What's going on?
Oh, Sarah, what can't I tell you? My God. Oh, please. Let's have a drink first, darling. And good news is, best information is Anne is alive. She's not here in the United States, so hopefully her dreadful mummy can't touch her. She seems to be overseas on a missionary mission, I guess, a missionary mission for some kind of strange cult. Darling, have you ever heard of Father Divine and his cult?
Didn't I tell you about them? That you had to get her away from those horrifying people?
I don't know.
Do you know what they do with wealthy people?
Last time we had. Anyway, yes, darling. Well, anyway,
They take your money.
Yeah, I understand, darling. I really do. She's gone to Fume. On this missionary work of hers for Father Divine. But the good news is she's away from the States away from her mummy, right? Have you been invited to her mummy's, was it her ball, her shindig she's having this week?
Oh, of course. And in terms of appearances, I absolutely must put an appearance. Are you going?
Well, I'm just wondering, maybe you could wrangle me and mine some invitations. We wouldn't mind going to just suss it out if you don't mind. We can't seem to get over to Fume until the end of the week. But we are going, and hopefully we'll make contact with Anne and extradite her from Father Divine. But honestly, between Father Divine and her mother, I think Father Divine's the lesser evil, to be quite honest. Father Divine, in fact, has been relatively forthcoming and cooperative. Surprisingly.
She looks a little suspicious. Are you sure? I mean, they both want her money.
I know they want her money, darling, but I have a colleague.
Well, no, that her mother wants her money too. That's what this whole deal is about.
I know. Have you?
Trading one for another person who wants her money.
Yes, yes. No, I hear you. That's why we're going to go and try and get her out of that before she turns 21, of course. We understand there's that kind of danger. But did you understand? We've come to know that her mother has been contacting, what shall we say, back alley doctors, trying to secure physicians to do a dastardly operation to Anne. And I think that's a greater danger, physical harm to her from her mummy rather than just financial harm. And that's something you need to be aware of.
Well,
and then I'll tell her a little bit of Dr. J and what, Dr. J's encounter with her mother, if that's okay.
But that's the deal. That is part of where the money's coming from. It was all about the will. She doesn't qualify for inheritance unless she can have a child.
Exactly. And I don't think Father
if
Divine.
She can't have a child, she doesn't inherit.
Exactly. So, Father Divine isn't worried so much about her female organs, as it were. If he wants the money, he obviously needs her in good shape, whereas her mother is quite the contrary, isn't she? So, I'm quite concerned about her mother's actions and what she's doing. Have you heard anything about if the mother has been pursuing Anne herself? Or making arrangements against Anne if she does get Anne into her clutches? I think that's something we need to be concerned about.
Nothing new, but I am kind of concerned. I mean, you do know that Marion spends time in Rome, which is alarmingly close to Fume.
My God. No, I didn't know she was spending time in Rome. Do you know if she has any plans to go there in the next week or two?
Yeah, she actually, from what I've heard, she is only coming back to the States for this gala, and she's going directly back to Europe, particularly Rome after this.
Do you suppose you could get us her copy of her itinerary? Do you have someone that's in close with her personal secretary at all? Where she's going to be staying?
Unfortunately, no. No, unfortunately, I do not. The best I can tell you is where her apartment is. She does have one here.
Do you? Okay, well, please, can you just write that down? And Jo will pull out her notebook from her dining jacket pocket, along with a pen, and ask Sarah to write that information down for her.
Yeah, she writes an address in one of the most expensive parts of New York City, and yeah, so she has an apartment in this building. And if you were to visit the building, just beware that it does have staff there that has a way of getting rid of unwanted guests.
Does Jo recognize the building, and perhaps one of Jo's socialite friends might be another resident of the building at all? Can I roll for that? Can I roll a...
You can give You can give me an int check.
Intelligence check. 42. That's a success, just a
Last,
normal success.
what you recognize the section of town, that's where the rich people live. However, the building itself is not one that you're familiar with or have friends in.
That's unfortunate. And I'll ask Sarah if she has anyone who resides also in the same building, since she's closer in a relation.
Unfortunately, no. After she started doing such nefarious things, most of us from this part of the family have taken a step back from her. I do have an apartment several blocks over, but that's all.
Well, I think Anne is in great danger, of course, as you know. I don't know if you hired any detectives or anything to keep watch on the mother?
Oh, I tried a while back. Let's just say they stopped replying after a while. And then I saw in the papers that they were dead.
Goodness. So, do you know who actually Mommy Dearest has as her henchman, her main kind of employees or operatives? Do you have any idea that way? Does she have a right-hand man, perhaps, that does the dirty work?
That's the thing. She's got a lot of them. So she's got somebody pretty much in every city. I can do a little bit of asking around, and I can find out who she's got in Europe, particularly in Rome. And I can also do a little poking around to see who she's got here in New York. I just happen to remember offhand who she had in Boston, but we're not there, so she probably wouldn't be using him now.
Yes, well, usually, she would have a personal secretary of some sort that would travel with her, I would think. Maybe I should get a personal secretary. Honestly, I could use one.
She just kind of looks at you. She doesn't trust anybody enough for that kind of information.
Really? She does all the work herself?
No.
Oh, that seems so crass to me, think.
Yes, honestly, that is quite a lot of work, but yeah, I heard rumor that she had a girl a while back. A girl who then took up with Anne for a little while.
Took up with Anne?
And
what do you mean? Romantically?
Yes, of course, romantically. Goodness,
Wow.
one would think that you would know about such things, my dear.
Now. Let's not be vulgar.
But yeah, then that girl disappeared.
My goodness, there's a lot of disappearing girls lately. She
Indeed.
disappeared. Yes. Okay.
Yes, so I don't know what became of her. I just know that she was very close to Anne, and Anne was very sad for a while. And that was right around the time that I lost contact with Anne.
And here we are. That seems to give us a bit of a problem. Can you secure, though, invites for myself and, say, 1, 2, 3, 5 guests?
5 guests, no problem. But you're of course already invited, my dear.
Am I?
Anybody?
Really? I guess I haven't talked to my
Anybody?
personal secretary in quite a while. Oh, I better.
You got an invite waiting for you at home.
There you go.
You're
She
special.
really checked.
Goodness, with a socialite such as yourself, of course you've gotten invites.
Well, darling, you realize this Father Divine business took us upstate New York, and we had to deal with the KKK, and I won't even bother you with the dastardly details. But this has been quite a
Oh dear.
rough encounter that we've been dealing with. I've gotten my hands dirty. What can I say? I've had unholy encounters with pie, for Christ's sakes. It's starting to take a toll on me, Sarah.
Pie? Seriously?
Don't even let me. Don't even get me into it. But I mean, honestly, the KKK, darling. I done messed my hand with a bunch of racists.
Oh, that does sound awful, my dear. I am so very sorry for you. Um,
If we go
but
to Fume, of
really,
course, there's the fascists as well that I'm going to now have mucky my hands with as well. Do you have any contacts in Fume that would be allies for when we go over?
oh well, I do have a dear friend who's relocated there. Um, kind of taken up with the anarchists. Wouldn't believe it.
Bloody hell.
Kind of
Fascist
a wild
anarchists?
bunch, I must say. Sounds very exciting, but I wouldn't personally participate myself.
Anarchists. I suppose. Are they communists in Fume as well? I mean, let's just get the whole gang together. Sounds like Berlin.
Kinda.
Of course there's communists
Of
in
course.
Fume. Everybody's in Fume.
Everybody's in
I'm just gonna have to
Fume.
drop off for a mo.
All right.
Drop off?
I think she probably just has to deal with the dog.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you.
I think that's what she means.
So who's your contact in Fume, Sarah, that we can hopefully turn to? If you could give them a telegram to expect us to come and be available to assist, perhaps.
Certainly, certainly. I will let me send a telegram first, and I will have that. I will have give you his name before we part ways at the ball, shall we?
Yes, indeed. Sorry, did I miss something? Hello?
Oh no, this is me just playing for time because I don't have a name handy.
Oh, okay. There you. We can just give us the name and write it in my notebook.
Sure, sure. I'll have an actual name for you next time.
Right. And so we've got invites to the thing. We have a contact in Fume. We know the mom's going to Fume. We now know her apartment in Rome. But we don't know who her personal secretary. Well, we know she doesn't have a personal secretary. So we have to find out what the mom's plans are. Am I missing anything, guys? Out of character.
No, I think you covered it all.
I think we've covered it all. And we've let Sarah know about the mother's trying to hire doctors like Dr. J for this serialization process. So she can be aware of that. I think Joe would just add to Sarah as they're having their lunch and having maybe a gin and tonic, to suggest that when we bring Anne back, maybe Sarah could have a safe house and maybe hire some private security ready to protect Anne if we get her and bring her back safely, and to prepare that.
Yep.
Is my suggestion to my dear friend Sarah.
I will definitely look into that, but can you guarantee that Anne would hold still in such a house?
When she finds out from my contact about the plans for sterilization her mother has, I think she'd be well glad to have the protection until she's past her birthday. At that point, it's up to her as an adult. but she needs protection until we can get her safely past that threshold.
Certainly.
And also, it would be good to
well,
isolate her from the cult and maybe do some deprogramming, if you get my meaning, darling.
oh, certainly. It would it would be very sad if you did inherit and then handed all of her money over to those people.
Do
They'd
do you have
spend
a
it on
good
everybody else.
therapist? I mean, do you have a good therapist at all? I mean, you hear all these things about Freud and Freudian's apostles and all those types, but I'm sure that we have someone that would be good hands-on to give Anne some treatment to clear her mind once we get her away from Father Divine. I mean, she'll need that kind of support.
Here in New York, not yet. Unfortunately, all of the truly good people are in Europe right now. So
I guess we could
you know,
fly her
perhaps if you
to Germany and get her in with.
loiter a little bit, yes, you could probably get her in with Anna Freud.
Yes.
But I believe she's in Berlin. Or at least that's what I heard last.
Yes. Is that something you, as her paternal aunt, would support? Is that something that you would think would be a good idea? I mean, obviously you know Anne better than I do.
Well, if you can convince her and want to relocate her to Berlin for a while, I'd be most happy to make arrangements for her to have a number of appointments with Anna.
That might be something we consider. I mean, who knows how much of the indoctrination of Father Divine Anne has really seeped in, if you get my meaning, darling.
Oh, certainly, yes, of course.
Right.
Anyway, but you need to hurry. Have you made arrangements for attire for this gala? I mean, really,
I always have
all of
arrangements for attire. You know me. I am a clothes horse.
Good. Good. That is most relieving because all of the really good people, all of the good tailors and seamstresses, are quite overwhelmed right now.
Well, it's not a fancy dress gala, is it? It's just a normal gala, isn't it?
Oh,
it's not like a costume gala.
Just a regular one. Not a costume, just regular fancy clothes.
Yes, no worries. And you know me, I always have the finest. And besides, I have good old Pierrette, who's on call for my tailor needs. He always has been. He worked for my father. Yes, no worries at all.
Fantastic. Well, in that case, I think you are well in hand. And yes, be sure to give me a call when before you leave for a few. And if nothing else, I shall definitely see you at the gala.
Right, Sarah, darling. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. And I swear to you, I'll do my very utmost to bring Anne back safely.
Excellent.
Ta-ta.
Thank you very much.
Kiss on the cheek, darling. Kiss on the cheek. Air kiss on the cheek. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Absolutely.
Well done.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that was super
well
good.
done.
Well, I remember too that when we first came to New York, I believe Joe spent a shitload of money getting you all nice suits and whatnot.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. So when we go back to Joe's suite, I can't remember what hotel I was staying at.
At the Ritz?
At the Ritz, there you go. We should have
Putting on the Ritz.
We should make sure that everything is steamed and pressed and whatnot for my friends, so we have a gala to go to.
Absolutely. And you do have an address for Marion's place in New York City if you care to visit.
Yes, well, that's something I think Joe, once Joe gets back with the gang, she'll put forward to Joe. Now, how many days are we from the gala? Like a day or two?
I'm going to say that the gala is 3 days.
That might give us some plans because maybe we don't all go to the gala. Maybe we split the party and we have the best of us who can burgle. Go and burglar, hamburglar, baby
Yeah, I'd
Marion's
go
place.
for a burger.
Yeah.
All right. So who's got stealth and lock picking?
Oh, I've got stealth,
Oh.
but not lockpicking.
None of
Oh,
us have
don't you
lockpicking.
remember what you had to do last time to get a
Yes.
lockpicking person? Poor Reed had to take one for the team, and all I know is there was a chandelier involved, and Reed couldn't even
Oh,
bring
boy.
themselves to talk about it with everybody else.
Well, might be time to revisit that connection, Reed. Uh-oh. Who'd we lose? Hello? 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 Hello?
Maybe I've lost everybody?
I don't know.
Hi.
I'm here. Everything went quiet for a
I
while.
think it was
know.
just
Yeah.
Discord
Yeah.
cut out for everybody, I think.
Connection.
Okay. Discord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm.
Or
that would
something
explain why.
connection. Yeah.
I think cut out for everybody.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think, yeah, Reed.
I agree.
We gotta find a lock picker. You have a contact. Here's a jar of Vaseline. Do what you need to do.
Saucy.
Jesus Christ. Not Vaseline.
Did your voice just go high? Your voice went a little bit high there, boy. Reed. Come on.
Panicked memories from last time.
But I mean, if we go all meet back at the Ritz at Joe's suite at the Ritz, and Joe's laying this out for the group with everything that Sarah's told, so everyone knows it in character. I mean, what does in character as we're talking? What do you think about that idea of, breaking into Mary the mummy's evil mummy's New York apartment? And should we do it the night of the
Makes sense.
gala? Should we do it at some other time? We've
Well,
got
the
3
night of the
days.
gala would be a distraction for her.
Exactly.
It's her gala, right?
Yeah.
So we can
Yeah.
guarantee she won't be there. Yeah.
I agree with you there.
And maybe she won't have as many staff there
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
she's either giving them the night off or they're with her.
Mm.
And we do need someone that can break into locks. So we do need to contract for that, I think, subcontractor. Because I think all of us only have one in locksmith. I think we're fucked that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Do you think we could get a book from the library GM and kind of learn locksmithing?
Not enough. Not fast enough.
Well,
No. But we may need it in the future.
For just this week, you wouldn't be able to learn it fast enough. And honestly, a book is a place to start. But seriously, what you need time is you need time with a quality time with locks, and just playing with them till
we
you
also need to maybe
get the whole thing.
surveillance the building, find out who the doorman is, find out back entrances. Maybe you should go to the library and get the architectural plans, Mabel, so we can find the ins and outs of this building.
And Joe,
escapes
do you
and
know
stuff.
as well anyone in the building? Do you know? Because maybe as well we
Yeah,
could pass as though
I
we're going
checked.
in
I
to
did
see
my
somebody.
roll for it, and I don't. I did a roll for it,
Oh.
entering all that, and I
So
don't.
how about trying to lift the keys from her or somebody else or one of the things? So does anybody have good sleight of hand?
That's a good point.
I have some
no.
sleight of hand, Tony.
Ooh. How much?
How much?
Like 40?
Here's
not
another
bad.
thing.
Not bad.
I could contact the New
37.
York real estate agent and try to get a viewing if there's a vacancy in the building, and Joe can try to rent an apartment, right? In the same building.
That's interesting.
To at least get us in the building.
We'll get you in the building, not necessarily in the apartment.
Unit.
No, but get us
Oh,
in the
but
building.
then we can get in the building and pass the
Like
doorman because all
like
these buildings
murders
have
only in the
like
building,
go
right?
home.
Like the Steve
Mhm.
Martin,
Yeah.
Marty
Yeah,
Short,
but
Selena Gomez,
doormen
only
in these buildings are security, so they would stop us going
Mhm.
in if they didn't know us.
Uh-huh.
That would be a great idea.
Can I roll to see if that would be an option? Like, can I do a luck roll or something like that to see if I can do a phone call to, a real estate agent for the rich and famous to see if there's any openings in that buildings and if we could get in to do a viewing?
Absolutely. Give me that luck
Nice.
check.
Okay, fingers
And
crossed.
actually, that'll be a -20 for that.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Nice.
Oh, because I sure the hell needed it.
Counts.
Yeah.
Darn.
Did you ever?
Yeah. Indeed, you got lucky, and the unit across the hall from Marion's
Get the
is
fuck out of here.
open.
We're moving in. Tell her
Wow.
we're gonna come and we're gonna check it out and we may sign the lease that day. I'm eager to move out of the Ritz
Um,
and to settle.
uh,
You have the money?
Speaking of which, however, that actually give me a credit rating check, please.
Oh no! Is the
Oh.
money drying up from mommy and daddy?
Joe!
No.
Yeah.
Hard
Go on, Joe,
success.
What do we
yeah.
say?
Hard success.
This was
Oh.
a good time for Standard
Oh.
Oil.
My
Yeah.
goodness.
We've got 79 in credit rating. Bloody hell.
I'm rich.
I know. I wonder
Jesus
what my
Christ.
credit rating is.
I'm rich.
Mine's 10.
Mommy and
Um,
daddy love me.
Yeah, you can
Mine's 25.
absolutely rent the place.
Oops, sorry, I keep rolling. I'm just trying to check my check off of that. It's not letting me do
No,
it.
you can't check it. It's not one of the.
Oh, not
It's
one of
not
the
a thing
ones.
that you can check.
No, it's too
Okay.
I'll never
Ironically,
get
no
rich.
checks for credit rating.
I'll never get
Ah.
richer than
It's
I already
pretty
am.
much if you do something role playing worthy that implies that there's a change in your credit rating, then I might have you roll for it. But pretty much by its lonesome, it's not a thing that you check.
No problem.
Right.
Right. So I get off the phone. My compadres have heard me make the booking with the real estate agent for I guess tomorrow, Keeper, if that's okay with you.
No,
or do we still have time
that was
today?
going to be my suggestion.
Yeah.
Hell, if you want to do it today,
Let's do it today.
I'm going to say that, for Carstairs, they'd make time for you. Well, actually, no, wait a minute. Hang on, sorry. It was actually pretty late in the day when you got back to Father Divine. Oh, wait, no, this is a different day.
Yeah, I had lunch
I
with
will say
Sarah.
that after lunch, yeah, you had lunch with Sarah, so yeah, the afternoon is still early enough that they will be most delighted to see you today.
Nice.
They'd even be more delighted for your money today.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Not a problem. Not an issue. My money is good.
Which means that you no longer need to worry about getting into the building.
Right. So that frees up some time.
well,
Mabel doesn't have to go to the library or
well-
anything. We just have to get a lock
God
pick.
Well, that would
Mm-mm.
that would be you in particular, Sugar Joe, who
Oh.
is got access to the building. If you
We can
want
pretend
to
to be your staff.
No,
We can
I'm,
pretend to be
they're
Sugar
my
Joe's
staff.
private staff.
Yeah, they're my
Yeah.
staff.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well,
Mabel's my
certainly,
security.
certainly.
Dr. J's
Yeah,
my
Dr.
Yeah.
my
J is
health
your private
professional
doctor.
and life coach.
Yeah.
And
I'm
Reed
your
Personal
is
trainer.
Reed's my secretary.
Shooter. Oh, all right. I'll take
Secretary. That way you're booking things because you're
Then-
charming. And then who else
Yeah.
is there? Tony is
Tony's an
my
accountant or something.
Well, I don't want him,
Driver.
Tony driving my car because I don't trust him. Tony.
Personal
gosh.
accountant.
Oh yeah, he's my well. Could he be my accountant? He's my butler.
Well, you
Yeah.
He's
you
my
could
butler.
just
That's
name he's your
I still-
mechanic.
Yep.
I need someone to tie my bow ties. He's my butler. I love it.
I might have
No,
to do them
Tony's
on
good
my
at
neck
tying
and then
things.
put them over your head, but that's fine.
I think that would work, Tony.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable with that with you and I. So yes,
I still think it'd be good to get plans, because maybe there's ductwork we can crawl
Tunnels
through.
and shit.
That's a brilliant
Yeah,
idea.
cool
Just like
spaces.
only murders in our building. There could be a
know,
whole.
exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's do that. So
Absolutely.
Mabel, off you go.
On the windowsill.
Alright.
Okay.
All
We'll be going
right.
through the ductwork.
Who anybody who's going off to the library is welcome to give me library skill rolls to see if you can hunt down the plans for this building.
Oh my god!
And Tony
Nice.
is
Hey.
Tony's got it.
Wow.
Actually,
Mabel,
everybody
Mabel,
else
you
who's
try too.
looking
Go
can
ahead.
also.
Because Mabel's good at
Yeah,
it.
please do.
Oh,
Held.
No.
Tiny did it.
that's okay. Tony's awesome. He's my butler. He knows all about this stuff. He's
Didn't
a union
Anybody else want to
organizer,
try
right?
rolling?
He unionizes
Mhm.
the trades.
Yes.
Well, let me try.
You'd be explicitly anti-union as a exceedingly wealthy person.
Oh, the doc got it too.
Cool. You get a check, but I was actually looking for better successes than regular.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
Just giving you a
Well,
go.
Tony's really
just in
close.
case you
Tony,
had-
do you want to spend 1 luck to make that? No, I guess you have to spend more luck because your hard luck would be 11. Never mind.
Yeah.
You're not.
Oh,
that
can I
close.
can I
I mean-
roll? Could I go in there looking for plans? Because in anthropology there is such thing as like looking at buildings and stuff. 'Cause it's part of culture.
Mm,
Eh?
no, no. You could. I would let you do it under a library check, but not an anthropology check.
Can I do?
rats.
Can I?
Anthropology would be more talking to people. But if Sugar
Okay.
Joe, you want to roll, by all means,
Well,
please
no,
do.
I was going to take it from a different angle, if you wouldn't mind, Keeper. I was
Oh.
going to say,
Ooh.
as part of my inspection of the suite that I'm very close
Oh,
to signing
yeah.
the lease on,
Oh.
I would like to see the plans and the history of the building as part of my, like we check your condo
Oh.
fees and whatnot. I'd like to see that, see the
Genius.
bones of the building before I throw a shitload
Yeah.
of my trust fund at it.
Because
Would
you
that
don't know if
be
it could
viable?
collapse any day. Yeah, you
Yeah.
need proof.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty reasonable even nowadays when you're buying a condo.
Yeah.
Are you buying or
well,
renting?
Yeah. Are you buying or renting?
Leasing? I don't know. Buying? I could buy. Either way,
That's a
maybe
lot.
depends if I like it.
Mm,
Probably leasing, but maybe
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like I would like to lease, see if I
But-
like the building with the intention perhaps to buy the unit if I find it's agreeable.
Excellent.
Ah.
I am going to have you do this under another credit rating check to see if they will let. They just hand
on.
you the plans for the building.
Fingers crossed.
Oh.
Come on.
Come on, Joy.
Come on, Sugar
Come on,
Joe.
Joy.
Come on.
Got it. Yes!
Oh,
Ed,
so
Wow,
thank you, mommy
Jesus.
and daddy
Awesome.
and
Uh-huh.
grandpa standard oil guy. Yeah.
yes,
Rockefeller.
yes. Pretty much what you get are the plans of the ductwork around what would be your apartments. So pretty much you would just need to extrapolate and do the mirror image to get Marion's.
Right.
That's still worth it.
That's
Still
so
worth
good.
it.
Yeah. So good. And actually, I mean, Tony, I would think, being a union guy, again, I'm a labor relations officer, and the construction trade unions are the most richest and most powerful, and they're usually their agents or business agents or membership services agents are usually actually journeymen in the trade of whatever the union they're in. So I don't know, Tony, what your background is. would
Well, I
help-
had
help-
originally gotten started in like a factory kind of manufacturing thing. That was kind of where
you're
I
a
worked with
Norma
my dad.
Ray. Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, I'm biting up the wrong pole then.
No, it was good thinking because I was trying to think that too. I was like, what would be is there any overlap with people I would know from that? I mean, if there's meetings of like other unions organizers or whatever, but yeah, I was trying to see if I had an in that way too. Good
Right.
thoughts, good
Now
thoughts.
for the
Mm-hmm.
bad news.
Uh-oh.
the only person small enough to make it through the ductwork would be you, Shikajo.
Me? What about Reed? Reed's smaller than me.
Yeah.
But Shikajo was well fed as a child.
Reed might sound smaller than you, but Reed has a 75 in size.
cool.
You got a
I'm
50.
lanky.
Oh,
I'm
you're
a lanky
kidding me?
motherfucker.
Yeah, thank you, motherfucker.
I'm short.
No.
Really?
Yes, you
Am
are.
I'm the
Yes.
smallest of the
Right, short
group?
and
I've
sweet.
got an 80 in size. I ain't fitting through any.
Jesus! Bloody hell!
Christ.
But that's why
Size.
I
I wonder
can
they-
intimidate.
Where's
Yeah, no wonder they were
size?
scared of you.
It's in the at the top, blue.
Wow.
You know, like strength, constitution, size, hit
Oh,
points. It's
right.
the top.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm 70.
Yeah, he's only little. Oh.
You're just a little thing. You're just a little
are.
wisp of a thing.
After all that good food that you were brought up with, rest of us were on, bread crusts.
I know.
Well,
I'm
some of
shocked.
you also rustle cows, so
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I am
Very much mustily.
shocked.
Let's face it. She also has a very liquid and drug induced
Diet. Yes.
diet.
True.
Liquid diet.
I
True.
don't drink that much. I've learned about the women
Oh,
in cocaine. Come on.
Yeah, the hip flask.
I like how our
Anyway,
version of Joe does not match Joe's
I
version
know.
of Joe.
No,
She's like, I'm
right?
thinking a lot about myself today. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, we are at time,
Holy
so
shit.
how are we for next month?
Yeah,
Next
yeah,
month.
next
let's
month.
bring up the.
Good, I think.
We are good.
I think it's
Yeah.
February 15th. I think. Let me just bring up the calendar.
Why, yes.
Day after
15th.
Valentine's.
I'm learning I need to get a new calendar.
Thanks again, guys, for moving it up to January 4th today and just accommodating
there we
that.
go.
Oh,
But yeah,
That's
February
fine.
15th is still good for
February
me. if it's still
15th.
good for you guys.
1 o'clock.
15th works for us too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Works for
right
me anyway.
after
And-
Valentine's Day. Maybe that's what this
Yeah.
gala is. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, we're in
Ooh,
summertime,
yeah.
aren't we? And
Yeah, we're
And
good.
We're summertime.
And it's
We're
Flag
also-
Day. Whatever
it's
Flag
also-
Day is.
A long weekend that weekend for us. I don't know about you
Nice.
guys, but
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
that's
I
right.
got
It
the
is
week off.
here too.
Woo.
Right on.
And backup characters.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did send. So, see, Hank, I did send you the link to the PDF from your backup character for Pulp
Yeah.
Cthulhu.
Yeah.
So you might
I'm gonna look at
have
that.
to dumb it down for Call of Cthulhu.
That's okay. I will do that. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Liz says she can't
yes,
hear.
that'll
She's got
do.
her
Ah.
her